hype when I aim up, elevating that game up, stepping up to the competition. Only first place, and that's how I'm living. I'm with it till they digging up my grave, eating all the things up on my plate. Game face when I step up into place. I was born and when I watched me elevate. I was born and when I watched me elevate. All in when I show up, whole place about to blow up. Superior to that competition. I'm in first place, and that's how I'm living. I'm with it till they digging up my grave, eating all the things up on my plate. Game face when I step up into place. I was born and when I watched me elevate. Watch me elevate.
Broken dreams in my pocket, golden thing round my neck like a locket. Carve your name in my mind, cause you caught it, you caught it. You're golden, golden, honestly you know it. Me under the street like at the young so I could show you. You're golden, golden, honestly you're glowing. Me under the mezzanine just so that I could show you. You're golden, yeah, you're golden. You're golden, yeah, you're golden, golden, yeah. When we meet, hold my hand in the darkness. Summer heat, bodies lay on the carpet. Eye to eye, glistening, no I saw it, I saw it. You're golden, golden, honestly you know it. Me under
Getting hype when I aim up, elevating that game up, stepping up to the competition. Only first place, yeah, that's how I'm living. I'm winning till they digging up my grave, eating all the things up on my plate. Game face when I step up into place. I was born and when I watched me elevate. Watch me elevate. all in when I show up. Whole place about to blow up. Superior to that competition. I'm in first place, yeah, that's how I'm living. I'm winning till they digging up my grave. Eating all the things up on my plate. Game face when I step up into place. I was born and when I watched me elevate. I was born and when I watched me elevate.
Broken dreams in my pocket. Golden thing round my neck like a locket. Carve your name in my mind, cause you caught it. You caught it. You're golden, golden. Honestly, you know it. Me under the street like I am, so I could show you. You're golden, golden. Honestly, you're glowing. Me under the mezzanine just so that I could show you. You're golden. Hey, you're golden. You're golden. Hey, you're golden. Golden. Lay on the carpet, eye to eye, glistening. No, I saw it. I saw it. You're golden, golden. Honestly, you know it. Me under the street like I am, so I could show you. You're golden, golden. Honestly, you're glowing. Me under the mezzanine just so that I could show you. You're golden. Hey, you're golden. You're golden. Hey, you're golden. Golden. You're golden. Yeah, you're golden. You know it. Yeah, you're golden. Golden. Golden, golden. Honestly, you know it. Me under the street or out there, so I could show you. Golden, golden. Honestly, you know it. Me under the me under the golden. Hey, you're golden. You're golden. Hey, you're golden. Golden. Hey.
Getting hype when I aim up, elevating that game up, stepping up to the competition. Only first place, and that's how I'm living. I'm with it till they digging up my grave, eating all the things up on my plate. Game face when I step up into place. I was born and when I watched me elevate. Watch me elevate. All in when I show up. Whole place about to blow up. Superior to that competition. I'm in first place, yeah, that's how I'm living. I'm winning till they digging up my grave. Eating all the things up on my plate. Game face when I step up in the place. I was born and when I watched me elevate. I was born and when I watched me elevate.
Broken dreams in my pocket. Golden thing round my neck like a locket. Carve your name in my mind, cause you caught it. You caught it. You're golden, golden. Honestly, you know it. Me under the street like I am so I could show you. You're golden, golden. Honestly, you're glowing. Me under the mezzanine just so that I could show you. You're golden. Yeah, you're golden. You're golden. Yeah, you're golden. Golden. Laid on the carpet, eye to eye, glistening. No, I saw it. I saw it. You're golden, golden. Honestly, you know it. Me under the street like I am, so I could show you. You're golden, golden. Honestly, you're glowing. Me under the mezzanine just so that I could show you. You're golden. Yeah, you're golden. You're golden. Yeah, you're golden. Golden. You're golden. Yeah, you're golden. You know it. Yeah, you're glowing. Golden. Golden, golden. Honestly, you know it. Me under the street or out there, so I could show you. Golden, golden. Honestly, you know it. Me under the
Getting hype when I aim up, elevating that game up, stepping up to the competition. Only first place, and that's how I'm living. I'm winning till they digging up my grave, eating all the things up on my plate. Game face when I step up into place. I was born and when I watch me elevate. I was born and when I watch me elevate. All in when I show up, whole place about to blow up. Superior to that competition. I'm in first place, yeah, that's how I'm living. I'm winning till they digging up my grave, eating all the things up on my plate. Game face when I step up into place. I was born and when I watch me elevate. Watch me elevate.
Broken dreams in my pocket, golden thing round my neck like a locket. Carve your name in my mind, 'cause you caught it, you caught it. You're golden, golden, honestly you know it. Me under the street like right there, I'm so I could show you. You're golden, golden, honestly you're glowing. Me under the mezzanine just so that I could show you. You're golden, yeah, you're golden. You're golden, yeah, you're golden, golden, yeah. Hold my hand in the darkness. Summer heat, bodies lay on the carpet. Eye to eye, glistening. No, I saw it. I saw it. You're golden, golden. Honestly, you know it. Me under
for 200 laps.
Yep. After a 10-minute qualifying session, 9 drivers here tonight to see whether they can win the Indy 500. Only one man though can get on the podium again tonight, because this is our second running of the Indy 500. We did the first one a couple of years back, and the top 2 are no longer a part of SimPlay, so obviously the winner from that event can't win again. But this man here, Lucas Roth, who's stopped on track
for 200 laps,
pit lane and
straight onto the track.
Yep. After someone 10-minute qualifying session, 9 drivers. Yeah, Lucas Roth here tonight managed to get to see whether they can win the Indy 500. Only one man lost keys. Yeah, Keith's got 3rd place. Who is that? Of the Indy 500. We did the first one a couple of years back.
I think it was Fury.
That was Fury. Yeah. SimPlay. So obviously the winner from that event can't win again. But you've got to look for a good slipstream. With there only being 8 cars at the minute, it's going to be quite hard to get a slipstream, because normally in the real life Indy 500 there's about 30 cars, so it's quite easy to manage to get
only in a race in qualifying they do 4 laps, and then it's the average speed for whoever gets the pole position. That's how they work it in the real life Indy 500. I think it was Fury.
Minute piece explosion on pole position, 41.3 as he comes across round any quicker. He does. You've got a look with nothing. Really a representative lap time. He can go quite hard to get a slipstream. At the minute, in the real life Indy 500, there's about
apparently there's an echo. And disconnect. Only in a race in qualifying they do 4
on to pole position.
That'll be on Dan's end, because Dan's doing the broadcast.
Yeah, JM Grill goes on to pole position, and he carries on his quick form onto the next lap, as he's still a 10th up. We've got 3 cars coming to the line. Who are they? It's DJ Phil. And Pete's Explosion has just gone even quicker. 40.8 has gone 800ths of a second quicker. No, Paisley's hit the wall there, just giving it a little bit of a kiss.
Yeah, I'm just seeing if Dan's in the thing, as we're still watching Peaceful. Nexus is making his Project Cars 2 debut here at the Indy 500.
Yeah, what a place to make your debut on Project Cars. And he's gone into 4th place, 1.7 off the pace of James Grow, who has gone back to the top of the timesheet. But yeah, this is going to be a bit of a baptism of fire for Nexus. We've seen him race on Assetto Corsa in the Pro Division. So we'll see what it's like tonight as James Grill goes even quicker.
Yeah, apparently people there is an echo, and that'll be on Dan's end through Streamlabs. So unfortunately you've got to put up with 2 of me and 2 of Jamie for now.
Yeah, Smokey Devil's just gone second. Smokey, we know, is very good on 1 lap pace. He showed it throughout Pro last season that he could get in the mix in qualifying. So hopefully he's got the racecraft tonight to stay at that top end if he has a good qualifying.
Well, you never know. J.M. Grill, oldest person in the field, making his return tonight to SimPlay Motorsport. Not been seen since season 7 of Pro, because we've lost Keegs again. Keegs' internet is just taking a dive by the look of things.
Yeah. There's 2 cars following each other. It's Peaceful, and I think he's
Fury.
He's following Fury, so Fury is giving Peaceful a lovely tow as Peaceful goes quickest by 11 thousandths of a second. A 10th of a second covering the top 3 as Fury gives the wall a lovely kiss, and Peaceful drifts it around there. James Grill goes even quicker.
Is James Grill on his own?
I believe. No, he's got a tow, and I believe that is DJ Phil. So DJ Phil is giving him a lovely tow as well. DJ Phil is DJ Phil in 6th at the minute.
DJ Phil looking confident here. He's sounds pretty confident for the upcoming season on ACC as well. Because he's been nerfed into the wall. Peaceful's gone fastest.
Yep. As DJ Phil now boxes, and you've got to be so hard on the brakes.
Pit lane's on auto. Pit lane's on auto to stop people getting disqualified. If not, it'd be no finishes at all. Because you got Nexus, who's never played this game before, so it'd be like me racing, because all I've done is for Clios.
Dan Unorthodox has gone into 4th place. Just over 3 tenths covering the top 6 as we get Lucas Roth back in. Dan's going quicker. He's only got a fine 0.004 of a second to jump Fury, and at the moment as well, qualifying's really not going to matter.
Apparently the Echo's gone now, so happy days. There's Smokey's P6 sitting in the pit lane with 2 minutes left of this session.
Dan jumps up to 2nd place. He's quicker than James Grill by 1,000th as he jumps there as Lucas Roth joins.
Yep, and is 0.00069 of a second between Peaceful and Dan.
Yep.
And Dan's done that with no toe.
He's done that with no toe. JM Grill, can he go any quicker? No, not quite. He's 4 tenths down, but Gary's gone into 3rd with the exact same time as JM Grill, and he's only 1,000th of a second slower than Dan. So it's very tight up there, and he's got that 1,000. He's up by 1,000th at the minute. So would he go above Unorthodox at the minute? And if this was real life, then obviously Gary would go behind him because JM Gill would have set the time first. He's lost that time though. He's not in the toe, so it doesn't look like he's going to improve here.
Ironically, this is counting for all stats of the league. This is an official race. Two people. Oh, there's flying car parts everywhere. I see a flying through. Oh, who was that?
That's DJ Phil and Fury.
Can we get an ambulance out on track, please? Can someone check that Fury's okay?
Yeah, DJ Phil and Fury, they're having massive contact. Has Lucas Roth managed to get out onto the track? Yes, he has, with 1 minute 13 left, but he's already lost his front wing, so... However, it is only visual damage, so it's not going to impact Keegs that much.
No, as he drives the Chevy to Malevi, but Malevi was dry. As he kicks up the debris from Furies, can Gary get his 25th pole position? And this Indy 500 is also Peaceful Explosion's 200th race at SimPlay.
Yeah, so a big milestone there for Peaceful Explosion. Can he get his first win in a very, very long time?
At a very, very handy event, first part of the Triple Crown. He will have to buy an F1 game if he wants the Monaco Grand Prix. Unless we do the Monaco Grand Prix on here in Formula A cars. Or Lotus 97Ts. Ooh, that would be fun in the Lotus 97T with their turbo lag.
So, who are we going to get to the line first? There's someone going slowly. Is Lucas Roth. You've got DJ Phil just behind. I don't know who it is just in front, but we'll stay on board with DJ Phil, who is hovering above the ground. And Dan goes quicker. Dan's gone on to pole position for the Indy 500 by just under a tenth of a second. Fury comes across the line. No improvement. Who else has got to come across the line? Is it Nexus? No. Who? It's Gary. Can Gary nick pole or get onto the front? Get onto the front 2 positions. Have to wait and see.
We've got a good fan club here with I said Peaceful. It is Peaceful's 200th race tonight. As it is Dan from Peaceful, from Gary, then JM Grill, Fury, Smokey, Nexus, DJ Phil, and Lucas Roth.
I think Nexus has returned to Race Central because he has.
Nexus doesn't know the game. He shouldn't have pressed anything.
I just saw the Wi-Fi symbol next to his name just disappear. So I don't know what we're going to do about that, because at the minute we're now down to 8 drivers, because Nexus has pressed return to Race Central.
Which on this game you don't touch anything when you're on an online lobby. You let the game do it itself.
Yeah.
As our front row, 3 wide here at Indianapolis, into turn 1. Oh, this Indianapolis game I've played was actually Indy 500 game on a very old school PC, and where you had to have the manual to type in whatever the password it was, like, or who is this picture for past winner. Well, if it was Graham Hill or Jim Clark, it's 65 and 66. Then them two won the Indy 500. Graham Hill, the only man with the Triple Crown in real life, won the Monaco Grand Prix quite a few times, won Le Mans, and he's won at the Indy 500.
Yeah, the only man to do it. I think 2 people who are close are one Pablo Montoya and Fernando Alonso.
Yeah, because
Montoya just needs Le Mans and Alonso just needs the Indy 500. Now Nexus has rejoined. However, this isn't ACC where you can just drive at the pits. He's stuck in the pits for eternity.
For the whole 200 lap, as they begin the rolling lap, they've readied up.
Yeah,
and here we go.
Yeah, Fury's already got a penalty though.
How did Fury get a penalty?
It's getting
as we say, good evening to everyone in chat. Mummy D, Dan May from Radio Siren for DJ Phil, Peaceful Stepdad.
Everyone getting into the slipstream. We're about to go green for the Indy 500. Here at SimPlay Motorsport, we're underway. Dan gets a good start. Peaceful second. Gary's third. Fury's had a good launch. He's up to third already. He's up to second. Round the outside. Dan's had a very clean getaway. Someone's spun already, and I think that's Lucas Roth.
Oh, I'm gonna say this. Dan's in a Honda powered Indy car. Dan is driving a Honda.
He is, and here comes Fury on the inside, down towards turn 3. Is he going for the lead, or is Dan going to hold it around the outside? Fury goes for the inside, Dan runs wide, Gary's in behind from the slipstream.
Gary already missing half his wing, because he may have clipped a rear tyre or a wheel, but we don't know what Fury's penalty is. It's probably a time penalty, and so. But everyone will have to pit a few times in this race.
Oh yeah, very much so. As we're on board with Gary 131, as you can see the slipstream effect as he's trying to catch onto the back of Unorthodox. You've got Peaceful just behind, searching for a way through. Oh no, sorry, it's JM Brill who's behind. I think Peaceful might have had a moment. Smoky Devil just behind him as well, and DJ Phil and Lucas Roth quite a way back as Dan is looking on Fury but runs a bit wide. Next, if you can hear us, you can't
get in the race.
You can't get in the race. This isn't like ACC. As Dan is looking right on the back of Fury as he goes to the inside for turn 1, gets the slipstream. Fury straight back in the slipstream. The top 4 have broken away very quickly. Peaceful and Smoky just a bit further back. Fury down the inside into turn 2.
Peaceful Smoky. JM Grill's on this lead battle as well. Oldest man in the field, making his return tonight.
Yeah. As Gary has now got the lead. So Gary from third. There's a bit of contact between Fury and Dan, and here comes JM Grill, and he's going to go from 4th up to 2nd. But Unorthodox now going to be in the slipstream, and I think that is Smokey's had a spin, or gone into the wall at turn 4. So Peaceful now right on the back. That's with 3 wide down the main straight.
Over the brickyard.
Oh!
There was contact somewhere.
Yeah,
Fury's lost the front wing. Not Fury. Peaceful's lost a bit of the front wing now, making the car lighter.
Yeah.
It was Nexus in internet. He's just said in YouTube chat. Oh, that sucks.
That's such a shame. But the two to benefit the most here is Gary and Fury. They're 2 seconds up There's Lucas Roth, very much struggling. Don't know what the issue is there. But Gary has made a breakthrough as JM Grill, Peaceful and an Orfdub are all battling behind as we go on board with Dan down towards turn 1. Peaceful goes for the move, there's contact! There's another car around.
Oh!
DJ Phil.
Oh! It's massive contact!
Dan's made contact and hit. Oh!
But luckily, there's a long way to go in this race. We've got another 195 laps of this.
Another 195 laps. That's
if this was the
broken.
real Indy 500, there would have been a caution then.
Yeah, there would have been a caution. As Fury still on the back of Gary as the leading pair or the leading group have now been broken up. As Dan is now into 6th, a long way behind, but he's now going to try and catch up.
What was that camera angle by the camera crews here at Indianapolis?
The quality camera angles of Project Cars take. Now here comes Peaceful. He's looking on the back of JM Grill. They're 3 seconds behind, but if they now start to work together, they could possibly catch Gary and Fury quite easily. But they need to work together and hope that Fury and Gary start battling away, which they start to do as soon as the cameraman changes. That DJ Phil is into the pits already on lap 6, so he's the first man to stop. I imagine he will be changing tyres as they look like they were getting ready. That's a great camera angle. Great camera angle there. Fury's just lost a tenth or two as we go on board with go back on board with Peaceful as he's trying to get onto the back of JM Group.
Yeah. Mummy D just said in chat, now I understand the shouting upstairs. So Dan was obviously shouting about that incident between everybody.
JM Grill's just got a length or two on Peaceful Explosion. However, Peaceful is going to be in the slipstream, and they are slowly gaining onto the back of Gary and Fury as the gap is between them is now 3.4 seconds. There's a car in the wall. Who is that?
That's Keegs. Is it Keegs?
That is, it's Lucas Roth, but Peaceful then goes wide and loses a touch or two. Fury's still right on the back of Gary. However, he just can't use the slipstream at the minute. He really needs JM Grill and Peaceful to gain onto the back, but Gary was a bit slow through turn 3 there. Oh, Fury's had a wiggle, he's heading.
Nearly touched the wall. Good job we don't have full simulation damage on, because nobody will be finishing this race.
No, there's two. I think there's Lucas Roth. Lucas Roth is round, and I think DJ Phil was round as well on the straight before turn 4. These two not
DJ Phil coming back into pits. Phil, the damage is not only on visual, it does not matter.
Yeah, it doesn't matter unless he's cooked his tyres.
He could have cooked his tyres.
Peaceful's now got even closer. I think Fury's had a bit of a wiggle somewhere because he's now 1.2 off the back of Gary. So Gary has got a little bit of breathing distance. However, it's going to be interesting to see what sort of strategy these drivers make. Fury has definitely had some sort of a problem somewhere because he's dropped about a second in a couple of corners, and Gary's gone. There's DJ Phil on the grass. Phil, you're not in a Honda. You don't need to cut the grass. That's
He actually is in a Honda. I just looked at his engine cover. There is a Honda badge on there.
He is in the Honda. So by all means, Phil, cut the grass.
Yeah, Phil, you only need a pit for fuel and tyres.
Fury's definitely had some sort of problem because JM Grill and Peaceful are right on the back of him. Now Fury's trying to use Lucas Roth here, but here comes JM Grill down the inside at turn 1.
Fury's around! Fury's lost it!
Fury's dropped it. I think Peaceful's had a moment as well, but Peaceful's through, and Fury, in the matter of seconds, has just dropped from second all the way down to 4th. However, still a long way to go.
We're not even halfway through this race. We're not even a quarter of a way through this race.
Yep, strap in, folks. We're in for a long one.
Strap in. Make sure you've got plenty of hydration with you. Some snacks. The only way this goes quicker than real life is because we don't have yellow flags.
Yep. Now, what's Dan's progress? Dan is slowly gaining onto the back of Smoky Devil. He's 2.9 off the back, so he's slowly gaining, but then he's got a monster gap all the way to Peaceful and to Fury. But I think Fury is now in the wheel tracks of Peaceful Explosion. Here he goes. Is he going to go down the in? He's
around the outside. That's bright.
He's done it. He's done the move into turn 3.
Well, will some of these be on the prime tyre or the option tyre? I believe they had prime and option tyres in IndyCar, didn't they? In 2017.
Yeah, DJ fell back into the pits again. I believe that's his now 3rd stop in 12 laps. As here comes Peaceful Explosion. He had a bit of a look there.
All you got to do is use Fury to drag him back up towards JM Grill. Sit there in the slipstream. Fury's got a penalty for some reason, so maybe it's a
he's got Fury and Smokey have both got 5-second penalties. We don't know what for. Well, you imagine they'll be taken away towards the end. But there goes Peaceful, zooming past on the inside. Fury's going to get straight back into the wheel tracks of him and use the slipstream again. To try and drag themselves onto the Frenchman of JM Grill.
Meanwhile, Gary's got quite a comfortable 3.3 second lead. That's Keeg sideways. He's hit Peaceful! Peaceful is over! Fury's hit him! It's all a calamity now. Peaceful won't be happy. Phil, don't Phil coming out of the pits. And round comes Smoky Devil to come onto the podium so far.
And Fury is spinning around, and Dan has now gone up to 4th. But the top 2 have well and truly gone. If they don't make a single mistake, they could be a shoe-in to stay where they are.
Who's going to win this race? Nobody knows. Stay tuned. Watch the stream.
Lucas Roth has parked it against the wall. Peaceful is on the back of Dan already as they come down the home straight, heading towards turn 1. Here comes Peaceful on the outside. Is he going to fly? Yes, he is.
He's got a lighter car now. He's got less wing. I think he's even lost the rear wing and part in the middle. Yeah,
instead he done his signature Peaceful pirouette, but not on the ground. He did it in the air.
As now is Dan in cruise mode, saving fuel? I wonder if that's what Dan's actually doing.
Or saving some tyres here.
Yeah, or save fuel if you're in the pits less. That's what could win you this race.
Yeah, that's what could win you this race. I think is that Gary. Yep, he's on the back of Fury. So Fury, who was in the lead battle not too long ago, has been lapped by the race leader.
Literally 3 laps ago. 3 laps ago. That is how quick this is turning. This is exciting stuff. So, Jamie, you're the oracle of motorsport more than me, even though I grew up with it. What do we know about the Indy 500?
Oh, quite a bit. Quite a bit.
Well, first race was in 1911, I believe. It's actually the oldest race of the Triple Crown, with Le Mans second and then the Monaco Grand Prix. Or the other Triple Crown they have is F1 World Champion, but I don't think that's as good as Monaco Grand Prix.
No. But of course it is the Indy 500 this weekend, and
the Monaco Grand Prix.
And it's the Monaco Grand Prix this weekend. It's also a British GT at Donington. And something I saw the other day, you can now get a bus ride round Donington, round the track, whilst the cars are doing free practice.
I don't know. That seems a bit scary. I'd rather be in one of the cars.
Well, I imagine you've seen it before when they do the 6 hours of Fuji. They do exactly the same thing as Dan is getting closer and closer onto the back of Peaceful Explosion here.
Chevy versus Honda. That's an interesting line gone below the apron there. Now in the real world, that's a no-no. You don't go below that white line.
Now there's someone in the pit entrance. I think it is.
It's Keeks. Keeks is on his roll hoop. Has he got a reset button snapped?
I imagine probably not. Probably not. So
we might actually have a retirement here.
Yeah. All we need is someone just to knock him back.
Or if there's anyone listening. He has got a reset button. Well done, Keegan.
Well done, Lucas. You're off on your way and see. Don't know how many laps he is down. He is 9 laps down.
Yeah, 9 laps down. About 6 minutes behind. Can still win this. Can still win this. There's still 180 laps to go. Anything could happen. Anything can happen in the next 100 and the next few hours we're live, because this is going to be quite a long one. Yeah, there's Dan still in the slipstream, but Dan, we know how much of a clever racer he is. That he's just going to sit there in the slip. Save more fuel. Saves more fuel, and you can see just up the road, Smokey Devil. They're working together to catch Smokey. Because I know they're probably in the same party together as well, with Gary and Fury and probably Keeks. Yeah, more than likely. And you can see already that they're just gaining onto the back as DJ Phil comes back into the pits again as Mike bails for the pits. So that leaves Unorthodox to attack Smokey Devil. But I imagine we're going to start seeing the first round pit stop soon. Yeah, within the next lap or two, because looking at the fuel load, Dan is down to 5 litres. Looking at the MFD beside you, so he will be pitting very soon. Yeah, well, Smokey's got a lap less, so this is where Unorthodox strategy might come into play. He can go that extra lap longer. Smokey gets a wiggle. Dan hit the wall as well, but I don't know if that was the game lagging. As JM Grill has pitting Fury's in the pits. Yeah, so Gary carries on. Keeks is sideways again. Yeah, Gary has got. Now, Gary needs to pit. Gary will need to pit now. Gary needs to pit. We don't want a situation. We don't need a NASCAR situation, Gary, where you ran out of fuel. And he is heading towards pit road, and probably saying many things about the pit lane being on auto, but it'd be better than just having everyone disqualified for speeding in the pits. So Smokey is in the pits. There, I think JM Grill might be on his way out already. I think that's Fury on his way. That's Fury on his way out. And look in the background, Smokey's still ahead of Dan, but Gary, nearly a lap ahead of everyone. Is now into his box. There's a car stop, which is Lucas Roth, and he's rolling. Clear. Come on, Keeks. Don't be doing a bozzy. Yeah, come on, get to the end. Get to the end. I know it's a long way away, but get to the end. If push comes to shove, put the AI in the car if you're getting tired. And Peaceful has jumped Smokey and Dan. Peaceful with the earlier pit stop may have played the blinder. But look how much Peaceful's got 66 litres in. Obviously he'll have burnt some off on that lap. But Smokey Devil 68.7 and Dan's got a litre more. So again, this is just working out a little bit better for Dan because he's just got more fuel and he's now in Smokey Devil's slipstream. Obviously Smokey's going to be that little bit lighter than him at this very stage of the race. It's not going to be until we get towards the end of the stint that we see Dan getting the full effect of his heavier fuel load, that he's able to stay out might be able to stay a lap longer than Smokey. But after seeing what Peaceful's done there, does he want to stay out a lap longer? Perhaps he needs to come in a lap earlier. Peaceful didn't fix his damage either. He's still got no front wing.
Yeah.
So he's running a ground effects car.
Yeah. Now JM Grill must have had an issue somewhere, because he's now 13 seconds off the back of Gary 131, who is in Dreamland.
Be careful of that wayward Chevy.
That is Lucas Roth. He's staying well out of the way, so well done there. DJ Phil is round at turn 4. He gets on his way again as he's coming back to the pits.
You don't have to follow that line, though, to go to the pits of the Indy 500, do you?
No,
the exit line you do, or you get told off by the race director.
Now look, Dan and Smokey are doing the same thing that Dan and Peaceful were doing, in that Smokey and Dan are working with each other to get to Peaceful, and now we've got a three-way fight for the bottom step of the podium. Still a long way to go. long
way. We wish more people signed up for this. Obviously, two people who got the game are in the comms box, and the other one is Matt's working in Switzerland this weekend, so he won't.
Matt could have gone on the sim rig.
Peaceful's pyramid! No, Peaceful!
Peaceful's ruined all his good work there from the strategy, and he throws away the chance of a podium. Still a long way to go, as this was said. However, Dan and Smokey continuing on as
Keeks has a spin in the background.
Yeah, now is Dan and Smokey going to start working together to catch
JM Grill? He's not far down the road.
He's just over 3 seconds up the road from Smokey Devil, so I reckon these two are working together. To be fair, Dan isn't really close enough to mount an attack at the moment.
As in the lead, Gary, at this stage of the race, everyone touch wood right now, Gary is looking good for here at the Indy 500, or the SimPlay 500 as we should call it.
Yeah. I bet his teammate in Switzerland is hoping and praying that he wins the Indy 500 and takes his form into its next season. And if Gary takes his form into next season, he could be a force to be reckoned with.
He could. Well, especially because he could run a car he likes, as long as it's the same colours as whatever car Matt will choose for the new season. We will not. We will not say what they are until the first sessions. And by the look of things, make sure you join our Discord. We are gonna, if we get enough people, we are gonna run an AM League on a Tuesday.
Yes. Yeah. So far, I believe we've got 3 sign-ups for the AM League. So come on, we want to get a full league on a Tuesday night. So head over to our Discord and get signed up for season 2 of ACC. Also, we'll have F2 coming in.
I don't know about F2. I don't know about F2 yet. It may or may not happen because how broken F122 is.
Well, if not, we'll have our Le Mans 2. We should have a Le Mans 2.4 hour
after the season. After the
season,
That'll be after the season, because next week will be the 2.4 hour of Spa on a set of Corsa, GT3s and GT4s.
Yep, and I know the man just behind Smokey Devil is looking very forward to running his favourite GT4. There's Smokey getting onto the back of JM Grill. Is he going to be patient? He's being patient here. But here goes Smokey.
A bit of a lag spike in the game.
Yep, he's having a look to the inside, and that is P2 for Smokey Devil. But what is JM Grill going to do? He's there. He's in the wheel tracks. He's going to get the slipstream.
He's also Dan's only 2 seconds behind, no longer in the slipstream for these two. He's out of the slipstream.
Yeah, he's really dropped back. Smokey has got some really good pace. Or as Smokey just give this wall a bit of a whack as JM Grill runs.
There's DJ Phil coming out the pit lane again.
Yeah. Smokey's got some real tough pace tonight.
Smokey's pulling away. He's nearly broke his toe. Because
Yeah.
what's the term on ACC? About second, isn't it? Car behind?
Yeah, about.
Not
Yeah,
ACC.
about
Project Cars 2. I'll get the right game eventually. I know it's about a second on Gran Turismo. Believe
Yeah,
it or not,
especially-
if you set it to real.
Especially in these cars, because they are very, very slipstream dependent. But Smokey has just gone.
He's touched the
Gone
wall
up.
again. Or is JM
Yeah.
Grill saving fuel?
We have lost. I believe
Keeks
we
has
have
got-
now. Yeah, we have now lost Lucas Rosso. Unfortunately, here we are down to 7 drivers. However, we will soldier on until we have a winner of this Indy 500.
Indeed, we have to carry on. The show must go on. So tune in
Yeah.
next week for the 2.4 hours of Spa. It will get dark, and I might be bringing a car that makes a hell of a lot of noise too.
Yeah,
Well,
and
more than
it
likely I
ends-
will be in a car that makes a lot of noise. It's the Aston V12.
And Emplava, I know you're watching. Try not to stack it up, Rouge, this time, please.
DJ Phil has pulled off onto the grass again.
Yep, he's cut. He's seen a bit of grass. That hasn't been cut.
He is in a Honda. I believe JM Grill's car's a Honda. Yeah, I can see a Honda badge on the nose cone. Dan's in a
Dan.
Honda.
Dan is now getting close, getting that a bit closer and closer to J.M. Grill. He can sniff that podium as Smokey has just lapped. I think that is Fury. That is indeed. Perhaps Fury can. Fury's only 18 seconds behind, so he gets in the wheel tracks to Smokey Devil. This is nearly heading towards the wall there. Yeah, if he gets in the wheel tracks to Smokey, just follows him, he could possibly catch Peaceful for 5th place, because Peaceful at the minute is in absolute no man's land. Well, he's now got that's DJ Phil, who's friend another bit across the cup.
Yep. So Peaceful's in the Chevy. I believe. If we have a look, see which power plant each car are using, Jamie, go on board so we can see them.
We'll just watch this overtake by enough then. As he looks for JM Grill. JM Grill he's starting to fade a little bit now as he drops down 4th place. They're still side by side, but Dan just cuts in front of him. But is JM Grill going to come back? Going to have a look down the back straight as we go on board with JM Grill. He's trying to get in this. He's trying to get in the 6th, and Smokey Devil has pulled.
He's gained 11 seconds on Gary. And Smokey found his zone.
We've now lost DJ Phil.
The DJ Phil has retired from the session. That is a shame for DJ Phil.
That is a shame. Hopefully we'll see DJ Phil back for the 2.4 hours.
Of Spa, I believe he'll be doing that. But that's next week. It's put all the fuel in the car and go as long as possible because that pit lane is huge.
And try not to get a drive-through at the start, because if not, that's your race end.
Well, then again, no, 2.4 hours. It's you can catch up that. So now we've lost in total 3 people. Nexus, because unfortunately his internet decided to die on him. Keegs and DJ Phil. DJ Phil, my teammate for next season in the Seto Corsa.
JM Grill is having a look. Oh, Dan gives the wall a
At the
lovely
latest
whack
of
there.
kiss. At the latest of kisses. Smokey's now nearly within 10 seconds of Gary. Has Gary had a problem?
I don't think Gary
Or is
hasn't
Gary
had a problem.
cruising? Or is Gary cruising?
I think Gary's cruising. 'Cause I
Oh,
think Gary-
JM Grill's really close to the rear end of an Orthodox's Honda.
Yep, he can smell those Cornish he can smell those Ginster's pasties in the back of his Honda. And
Ginster's
Dan's
double.
now-
Let's admit it, Ginster's pasties are vile.
that-
They're not good.
Unorthodox loves a Ginster's pasty. He thinks they're a proper Cornish pasty, and him and his dad Kelly.
Oh, JM Grill's slowing. Is he slowing? No, it's just me. He's still doing 220 mile an hour. As
him.
Dan laps his former teammate in FU Racing of Fury, CBK.
Oh, Fury goes a little bit wide and clunks the wall. He's now got to stay out the way as he comes across the front of J.M. Grill. J.M. Grill backs off enough, but he's in the slipstream, and Fury might even get in the slipstream with Dan. But J.M. Grill's now pulled out of the slipstream, which is not the best of ideas. Well, Gary without a slipstream is in the 42.3s. Smokey without a slipstream is 41.7.
Is Gary in fuel save? I wonder if Gary's coasting a little bit to save that tiny bit of fuel.
Yeah, I wonder.
As we now ride on the T-cam on J.M. Grill's car.
Fury really is getting pulled along a treat here by an orthodox.
J.M. Grill's sitting a little bit out of the slipstream.
He's in the slipstream now, and he's going to get a lovely double take. And here comes, and Fury goes up the inside, and
J.M. Grill with him.
Yeah, J.M. Grill took full advantage of that and got straight up the inside. As we know, as we go back on another view of Dan, as he's going up the inside of J.M. Grill. Down the inside, there's contact!
Contact turns around! Oh, that's a heavy impact for the unorthodox.
That is a heavy impact indeed. The good thing for him, though, is that Piesel is quite a way behind.
Yeah, but Piesel's still just on the lead lap. So very, very slightly on the lead lap. As we see the two retired cars sitting in the pit lane of DJ Phil and Lucas Roth.
Yep. Gary here has done a 42.2 last lap. Smokey was about a tenth or so quicker. However, I believe Gary is now about to catch Piesel Explosion. So if he can catch the back of Piesel, then perhaps he can get a little bit of a take. But Smokey Devil last lap was nearly 6/10 quicker than Gary. So Smokey Devil really is the Flying Scotsman at the minute. He is charging towards Gary.
He's chuffing along, isn't he? Absolutely chuffing.
Yep, he's absolutely flying at the minute, setting the fastest laps of the race. However, when we look at the fuel, Gary has got 25 litres. Smokey's not got that much less.
But Smokey is probably got for his foot absolutely welded to the floor. As his aero screen's even broken.
Yeah, his aero screen's broken. So Smokey is in the Honda, Gary's in the Chevrolet.
So Gary leading the Chevy from a Honda is in a Honda.
J.M. Grill and Fury are still going at it.
With Dan 2 seconds behind this, well, 1.5 seconds.
He's 1.5. So J.M. Grill's in the Honda, Dan's in the Honda.
Piesel's in the pit, coming to the pits.
Yeah, he's got a lot of. He's still got quite a bit of fuel, so I wonder whether he's burnt his tyres out a bit. And Fury is in the Honda as well. So we've got.
Keeks was in a Chevy, and DJ Phil was in a Honda.
Yeah, Fury and J.M. Grill are still just kind of not messing about with each other, just having a bit of a play about. That one's going in front of the other, and then they use the slipstream, probably trying to keep Dan from gaining on them. But Fury, he's now that Piesel's made his pit stop, he's up to 6th place.
Well, Peaceful is
5th place. Sorry.
Well, even with Smokey's 5-second penalty, he'll still be in second, but he's now within 7 seconds of Gary. So Smokey is looking really good this phase of the race, as we're not even a quarter of the way through, chat. Oh, this is gonna be a long one. Make sure you really do have some snacks, as I want to take a swig of water.
Yeah, make sure you also like and subscribe to SimPlay Motorsport. Make sure you follow us on all our socials on Instagram and on Facebook. Fury nearly into the back of JM Griller. Who's that? Is that Pixel Explosion? That is indeed. JM Grill goes through, and I think Fury has now just put a lap on Peaceful. So Peaceful is struggling a lot now, as here comes Dan to come past him, and he's just walks past him.
Indeed. Is Peaceful getting tired? That is the question.
He could well be. We're not even a quarter of the way through yet, Peaceful.
So I'm not looking at our chat at the moment. I'm just gonna have a quick little gander at Mike's stream to see how he's getting on. I'll be the roving reporter in the pit lane. Oh, I'll tell you what, that PlayStation handheld they've announced looks very tempting as well.
Smokey,
if only it had Vita.
Smokey is still gaining onto the back of Gary. He's half a second quicker last lap, and he's just gaining every single lap. Gary doesn't seem to be making any mistakes. Dan is within 1 second of James Grill. He's just outside that second, but he's getting ever closer.
Look at Smokey go! Hunting down Gary, 131.
Yeah, he was nearly a second quicker last lap. The only problem Dan's got here at the minute is that Fury's helping JM Grill out quite a bit, and that's not really what you want, as JM Grill has actually pulled a good half a second on Dan here.
Six runners, six bravest souls here at SimPlay Motorsport carry on. Well, it would have been more if poor Nexus's internet didn't die on him. As pit stops will be happening within the next lap or two. They will be.
Well, Smokey 8.3. Gary has got 9.7, so Gary could possibly go for a lap longer. Is this why Smokey's closing? Just a tiny bit, because he's got that little bit less of fuel. What about Dan and
8.3 for Dan?
James with 7.8, but he is side by side at the minute with Fury. Fury might well be a lap down, but he's not
the pace. The pace is there in Fury's car, isn't it?
Yeah, I think if there was a few more people racing tonight, there'd obviously be. I imagine there'd be a few more mistakes. So,
under 4.5 seconds for the race lead. Smokey is coming to try to smoke Gary, but we're about to pass the quarter point in this race. This is just very long.
Smokey, I've got some words of advice if you want to beat Gary. If you find a mountain and push him down there.
Yeah.
Make sure he's got a plate of chips so first.
He's like have some chips in a pot of that cost you a fortune from the race circuit.
Yeah, and the hill's also got to be very, very muddy.
So, if it was raining, this race wouldn't have happened in real life, because they don't race on ovals in the rain. Yeah, even though I believe they were starting to develop weather tyres for the oval. It's not that the cars can't do it, it's the tyres can't do it with the G-forces.
Smokey's backing off here.
He's pitting.
Gary is in as well. Well, Smokey backed off very early there. He backed off very early. Dan has gone through as well, and I think JM Grill
is coming down. He's coming down the longer pit road.
As is Fury. Now, what about Peaceful? Can Peaceful probably not going to be able to gain a lap back. I think Peaceful is about 2 laps down? He is, 2 laps down. However, he has not given up in the slightest. Gary is away first. Where's Smokey?
Smokey's away. Smokey is now away. There's the famous shard of bricks.
Now, Smokey and Gary have both got the same amount of fuel. What about Dan? Dan is behind Fury, but he's ahead of JM Grill.
I think 70
Dan-
litres is the max you can put in the car, in the Indy car.
I imagine so. So Dan is up into the podium positions. Here comes Peaceful. As Peaceful gained his lap back, he is now going on to lap 50. Where's Fury? Fury is now about to come into turn 1. Then Peaceful. Is Peaceful going to get ahead, or is it? I think he's still on. No, he is. He is going to get ahead. So Peaceful gets back into 5th place. So that, ladies and gentlemen, is why you never give up, because he might have been 2 laps down, but he's got back up into 5th position.
Never ever give up.
Never ever give up.
Unless you're in crippling pain or you're really, really ill, then don't do it.
Yeah. Wise words spoken by unorthodox before Paul Ricard in ACC.
Yeah.
Now Smokey, he's still gaining on Gary. You can just see the times coming down, and yeah, the gap's going up a bit now. We have to see what these lap times are the first few laps. But I think Smokey just looks a bit more
happy. For body language of the car suggests he's very comfortable.
He is very comfortable. I wonder whether he's a bit more, or Gary's being a bit more cautious through the corners.
Yeah, Smokey's nearly a second faster.
Yeah, nearly a second faster again. He's now going to have Dan charging onto the back of him. Now Dan, 14 seconds behind. He's got 148 laps, including this one, to close up 15 seconds. Now Fury go onto the battle at the back for 5th position between Peaceful Explosion and Fury. Fury after that pit stop dropping behind Peaceful Explosion, but here comes the member of FU. Yeah, here comes the member of FU Racing down the inside for that 5th place. You could just see Unorthodox in the background, and Peaceful unfortunately drops down to 6th again, but he's going to have another attack here at Fury CBK. But
Fury looks like he's pulling away. Is Peaceful saving fuel, I wonder?
I wonder also. But look at Smokey. He's now about to be under 2 seconds from Gary. I don't know why Gary's losing as much time as he is, but Smokey was nearly a second quicker again last lap. I think Gary's just been very, very cautious through the corners.
Smokey brushed the wall slightly through turn 1 into turn 2.
Yeah, Smokey is looking very, very, very aggressive through the corners, and it's paying off at the minute. His hardest thing is going to be getting past Gary 131, because Gary 131 is going to want this win more than anything. He's not had a win for quite a while either. I don't think he had a win in ACC.
Matt will correct us if he has, if Matt's watching the stream from Switzerland.
I don't believe he had a win in ACC last season. He would have had a win in the Porsches.
Did he win in the? I think he might have won an F1 race.
Yeah, he's probably won an F1 race. We'll have to check that one. But Smokey, 4/10. This is the battle for the lead. Smokey,
it's on. Here we go. What will Gary? Look how quick Smokey's cornering.
Yeah, he's so. Look at the. He's
just driving past Gary.
He's driving past. He's going to close the door. Gary's still there though.
Gary's around. Gary's dropped it.
Oh, he's beautifully drifted that, but he's lost crucial seconds to Smokey.
Would have cooked the rear tyres in there as well, and it'd be a bit like 50p pence. It's piece. Yeah. There would have been massive vibrations. Smokey's hit the wall. Smokey's hit the wall, and he's slowing.
Or has he? has he let Gary have the position back?
Did he think he collected Gary? It's possible. They could have made. It could have been. He thought it was slightest contact.
So Smokey's got it all to do again. And look, he's now 5 seconds behind Smokey. After his contact early in the race, Dan's now 7 seconds off the back of the race lead.
And here comes Dan. I wonder if Mummy D could give us a live report of what Dan's shouting at. Or has he gone very quiet as he concentrates on catching up with Smokey and Gary?
Well, he's got 2 lapped cars in between them. One is Fury, one is Peter. Now, is Smokey, as
Keeks finally leaves the session?
Yeah, Smokey hasn't dropped any of that pace. He's catching right back up onto the back of Gary 131 again. And is he going to this time get through and stay in front?
Thing is, though, I don't actually think they did make contact. I think Gary just lost it on his own.
Gary did lose on his own, but Smokey being a gentleman, we don't know whether there might have been some lag or something, but Smokey has now got another issue.
Fury.
He's got Fury, and Fury's going to be getting. So Smokey's going to be wanting to get the move done on Gary as he runs wide, and Fury's almost in the back of him.
Smokey's probably now looking in his rearview mirrors and thinking, what's Fury going to do? Well, let him through. He's not for position. Just let him through. Use his draft to catch up Gary. That would be what the smart person would do.
Yeah, you don't want... Oof, another more contact.
More wall contact. Yeah. But I believe that time it was for Fury.
Yeah, but look, here comes Smokey. 4 tenths off the back of Gary 131.
The battle for the lead is back on.
Oh.
Fury's ahead of a wall.
Fury, wall, just bouncing off the wall there.
Gary! Oh, Gary!
Oh.
Oh, I think Gary's car's upside down. Yeah, it was.
It was indeed.
Gary with a massive one.
Oh, Gary. And he's now dropped into 3rd place. Such a shame there for Gary 131.
But again, we have 139 laps left of this. There's still loads of time to catch up.
I imagine Gary's team came over the radio when Gary took off there and said, "Houston, we have liftoff."
Oh, I can imagine that. And Gary's probably saying something like, beginning with W, which I can't say in the broadcast. So Smokey Devil now leads this race.
Yeah, he's got Fury right behind him. He's got to just hope. Smokey, just let Fury go. Because...
Smokey or Leon, if Leon's in the chat, listening to the stream, tell Smokey to just let Fury pass and use Fury's draft to pull away.
Yeah, because look, they're pulling away from Dan again. Dan's got no...
Smokey's on! No! Smokey's round and Ricardo. Smokey's backwards. Oh, this is the excellent reversing. What a beautiful J-turn by Smokey Devil.
J-turn.
And Daniel takes the lead.
Unorthodox takes the lead. Gary is still back in this. He's 6 seconds off the back. Now we know Smokey has the pace, so he's got to try and catch up onto the back, but he's now going to have Peaceful up the inside. However...
Smokey's let his tyres cool down again, haven't he? Because that was a major spin. Beautiful J-turn, though. Oh, I'd give that a 9.4 out of 10.
I'd give that a good... a solid 9 out of 10.
Yeah, well done. But don't do it again. Not really, please, no. But as we carry on in this is an endurance race, really, isn't it? Oh, Peaceful's tap, David Waller, love tap.
He has indeed. Now
can Smokey catch Dan? Let's see if Smokey regains his composure. Let's see if he can catch unorthodox. As he laps, Dan was in the wall between turn 1 and 2.
Yeah, Dan's clonked the wall there. Now Gary is still 6 seconds off the back, and Gary hasn't really had the best of pace, but perhaps that was a bit of a subdued Gary, that he was just being a bit
too relaxed, and that's how mistakes happened.
We'll see on this lap what the lap times are. Now
Dan.
Smokey's definitely catching back again, because the gap is under 2 seconds.
Yeah, 0.5 of a second faster for Smokey Devil. Smokey's coming. Smokey is coming again.
Yeah.
He is very happy in this IndyCar.
He is indeed. Smokey's hoping that he can race this instead of a GT3 car next season.
He'd be on his own. As he's down in Pro-Am. And I'm sorry. Oh, excuse me. Myself, DJ Phil, Daz Automatic. Well, everyone's not confirmed yet, because with the new rules being updated, especially coming to blue flags, where you have 3 corners to move out of the way.
Now, Smokey wasn't as quick that lap, and Dan looks like he's a lot more aggressive through the corners than Gary. They're all quite close on pace on lap times. That lap, JM Grill's quite a way behind now, and he's quite a bit. He's a second off the pace that lap.
Yeah, indeed. I've got someone talking in my chat, but on Twitch. So I just sort of like replied by, head over to SimPlay Motorsport on YouTube for like and subscribe, and we can chat there instead, because I can't really be paying attention to my Twitch chat.
Now Smokey was actually slower last lap than Dan, so is Dan now trying to flex his muscles and trying to get away?
Or as Matt would say, is it now ebbing and flowing, this phase of the race?
Yeah. Yeah, and perhaps I think Dan has possibly now got quite comfortable in the car and is just able to go that little bit quicker. Smokey's absolutely ruined that mistake. Look at Dan last night.
There's not much in it though, between Smokey and Dan. It is close.
It is very close. Very, very, very close indeed. Not about a tenth of a second on lap time, but if that's the same over for the majority of this thing, then Dan could quite easily just pull.
The nearest lap car for Dan is now going across the start-finish line now, and I believe it's probably Peaceful. Is it Peaceful? As DJ Phil's car still. No, it's not Peaceful. It must be Fury then.
It is Fury, and Fury is only 7 seconds off the back of JM Grill here, and he's 22 off the back of Gary. So any more mistakes for Gary, and JM Grill and Fury are going to be right on the back. But look at Fury's lap times.
Fury's finding pace.
Yeah, Fury's flying. If he hadn't made... Well, the problem I think Fury has is he's a lap down.
Indeed.
I know, he's not...
He's not on a lap down, he's back on the lead lap. Probably when Smokey and Gary were pirouetting.
Yeah, he's managed to get himself back on the lead lap, and he's got 4th place directly in his sights. But
as I say, evening to God, Josh, you're using that old name for the lols still. Oh, that old forum. Well, welcome to the stream, and welcome anybody else. Remember to like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. We've got a set of Corsa competition only next week. You've got to say it with the hand gesture. And then our season will return in 2 weeks' time. We probably am on a Tuesday.
Yeah, I believe with a different format to Pro-Am.
Yeah, it's got to be one 40-minute long race instead of the 2 30-minute races. So,
yeah, Smokey has dropped. Smokey's lap times have definitely dropped now. Dan was 2 tenths quicker that lap, and Gary was actually quicker than Smokey that lap. Only just, but he was still quicker. Now, JM Grill dropped a bit more time. This last lap was a 43.5.
And you can see Fury in shot.
Yeah, and Fury. Oh, lovely shot there.
That lovely camera angle there.
As you see, Jeremy will just hit the wall slightly. Now Fury was 1.6 seconds quicker that lap, so he's going to be on the back. He's going to be on the back of JM Grill as quick as a flash.
Oh, there's brilliant comments in YouTube chat. When's the right turn coming up? Well, I don't know. I think some of them have been spinning enough turning right. And the forum's still alive. I must remember my login. I can't remember my login. It was that long ago.
Yeah, right turn's coming up later.
Next week we're at Spa. Plenty of right turns in.
After this, we're going to do the Indy 500 in reverse. So we're going to be doing loads of right turns.
Please no. What's next?
Fury.
Daytona 500 and NASCAR's? Oh no. Fury's
Fury.
right on the JM Grill now.
Yeah, he's sniffing all over the back of him. He's down the inside, and he should make quick work of JM Grill. I believe that his piece explosion is just up the road as well. Obviously, a lap down. JM Grill in the slipstream, and can he get that fourth place back, or has Fury secured that? Fury with no more mistakes, he could get a podium again. We're not even halfway through yet.
No, we're not, nowhere near halfway through yet. And Fury's actually the fastest man on track.
He is indeed. He's 4 tenths quicker a lap than Gary 131 at the minute. But what is the difference in fuel between them? Fury's on 13.2. They're on the
same fuel.
So Fury last time he broke into the 40s.
Fury is flying.
Yeah, he's
and the right way, not as in up in the air, launching it over a curb, or some of the things Fury does.
Yeah, he's managed to pull a gap over JM Grill now. He's pulled it to 1.4 seconds.
As Dan is pulling away now. Dan wants that triple crown. He really does. We might have to find new commentators for F1 for the new season, so Dan can do the Monaco Grand Prix.
Yeah, fastest lap actually was
Fury. It's Fury.
Fury at the moment, which is quite an achievement.
As DJ Phil now in chat says, go Dan, you can do it. Phil, what happened? Come on, Phil. Come on.
Fury's going to get the slipstream on Mo. He's gone to the inside. No mistakes here, Fury.
He's coming to pit. Fury's coming into the pits.
He's coming into the pits. He could still go.
He could have done another lap. Easily done another lap.
He could have done another 2 laps.
Now, are Red Wall tyres the primes or the softs? Is he putting softs on?
I'm pretty sure. Very quick pit stop there, and he's away. Smokey's in as well.
Smokey is in the pits.
Gary, unorthodox has continued, as has Gary, who's hurtling down towards turn 1. So Smokey and Fury are in pits at the minute, where it is peaceful in terms of Fury. I think he is a bit further down.
Yeah, he is.
Yeah, he is 2 laps down to Fury. Perhaps Fury.
JM Grills was in the pits briefly.
JM Grill hasn't been into the pits.
Unless he crossed the line and it triggered it.
Now, Smokey had a real...
Smokey's still in the pits.
Yeah. Fury hasn't jumped him, because Fury is a lap down to Smokey.
No, but Smokey was in the pits a long time, man.
Yeah. J.M. Grill. He's now going to come across the line. Smoke.
Dan's in the pits. Dan is pitting.
Dan is pitting.
Got to remember with the pit lane from here for a change is on automatic. I think it's just how the tyre crews look with it showing option tyres, because it's not actually showing the animation of them putting the wheels on.
No. Dan gets those down and should be away. He is
Full
away.
tank of fuel again of methanol, because that's what Indy cars used to run on. I don't know if they still run on methanol.
Gary into the box. Who's that coming flying past? That is
Peaceful. That was peaceful.
Peaceful.
Oh, that lovely camera angle. There's Fury. Flying Fury.
24 seconds behind. Does Gary come out? Gary hasn't come out of the pits yet. But Smokey, he's a long way behind.
What did Smokey have to go to the toilet or something? Maybe. Because this is a long time when you're on your own. Unless he's done a driver's shot or swap with Leon.
Well, no, Gary hasn't even come.
No, Gary's away now.
So Smokey has actually stayed ahead of him.
Yep.
And so Fury, I don't think is too far behind either.
As J.M. Grill now enters pit road.
And Smokey's right on the back of Dan. Smokey's come flying past Dan. Smokey Devil takes the metaphorical lead of the race here at Indianapolis on lap 79. So I don't know what's happened there.
Fury's flying, not Fury. Smokey's now flying.
Yeah, J.M. Grill in the pits. As you see, the top two come flying past.
Yeah, there's the famous brickyard here at Indianapolis, when the whole circuit was made of bricks originally. Probably still is under the tarmac, actually. Let's ask Roger Penske, who owns the circuit.
Yeah, Dan's now lost a second. Yeah, he's now lost near enough a second to Smokey. But as we saw from that last thing, he was quicker over that stick. Now Smokey, he's got a lot less fuel than Dan, because obviously Smokey has pitted that lap earlier. So this could play into Dan's hands here. This stage of the race is going to play into Smokey's hands because he's got less fuel. Gary there has gained a bit as well. He's 4.5 off the back of
Gary fastest off the top three.
Yeah, he's just over 4 seconds as he clonks the wall from unorthodox. But Dan, he's getting closer to the back of Smokey Devil.
Is he getting quicker, my mate? As members of the league would say. Who is not here racing this tonight? We're missing Dean Wasocki and other people who used to race on PS4.
Yeah, and it's in his road cuff.
Yeah.
It's Dan. He's in the slipstream. He's getting pulled along very nicely indeed as they come onto the back straight. We are very close to halfway through this race here at Indianapolis.
Very close to halfway through. This is a long time for us commentators, especially if you need a wee. Or even the drivers. Remember, I'm a lot older than you, Jamie.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah,
Dan is quiet at the moment from our insider in the 16 car.
Gary must have had a wiggle somewhere because he's now dropped a fair way back from the top two. Dan still on the back of Smokey Devil, which can't get close enough. He's in the slipstream. He's getting pulled along. There's another car in front, which I think is going to be Peaceful Explosion. So Smokey's going to...
Is there Peaceful car in front of Smokey? No, I think it's J.M. Grill.
It is J.M. Grill. So they're going to get so Smokey's going to get pulled along by J.M. Grill. Smokey goes to the left. J.M. Grill stays to the right. Dan's now going to get a nice
double toe, a mega toe.
J.M. Grill gets out of the way. The 88 car out of the way. Oh, and Smokey just had a bit of a wiggle there.
Smokey finding this pace. This is fantastic driving tonight by Smokey.
This is, it is absolutely fantastic driving by.
Oh, because the game lagged a little bit as the car went a bit airborne. As we said, the reason why we stopped using this game is because the EA pulled support for Project Cars, all but Project Cars 3, but we don't mention about Project Cars 3.
Dan is very close to Smokey Indy. He's getting very tight to the apron there, getting very close to the wall. Is this Dan's opportunity to take a lead back on lap 85? He's going to have a look down the inside into turn 3. Not quite.
Smokey's quite wide. Smokey's wide. He's on the marbles.
He's quite wide. Is this going to be Dan? This should be Dan's opportunity. Should he get a good exit? Smokey clunks all. Here comes the unorthodox. Down towards turn 1. He's not close enough. Smokey's just got enough. That car just seems very good, even without slipstream.
Smokey seems really, really well planted. And default setups tonight, chat, for those as Peaceful slowly starts winding in JM Grill.
Yeah, very slowly. I think they are on the same.
They are on the same lane, same lap.
They are on the same lap indeed. I think Peaceful is about 9 seconds behind. So 5th place could be on for Peaceful Explosion, or as we like to call him, Peaceful Perlap.
Oh, as I'm a mod and I can see what comment that's hidden. We don't allow swearing in this chat. I do with my own personal stream because I don't care. Yeah, Project Cars was a community-assisted racing sim originally, and then, well, EA bought. Then Slightly Mad was bought by Codemasters, and now Codemasters is owned by EA. And no takers for GT7. I keep pushing for GT7. Trouble is though, if you have 2 commentators, there's only 14 people racing on GT7. ACC is 20.
Yeah. ACC on PC is
30. Well, it's unlimited actually, I think, on PC. On PS5, Xbox Series SX, it's 30, and if it's a private server, you can do driver swaps.
Now Dan's getting closer again. He's just dropped away a little bit. Gary's dropped to 10 seconds behind, and I think Fury's not really closing in on the back. The lap times are too similar. Smokey last lap was a 40.8. Dan 2 tenths slower. Dan this lap is quicker, but only just.
Meanwhile, Gary's falling back as Gary spun. Gary is offered to spun. Fury's going to be on the podium. But
here comes Furby. He's now going to. Oh, is he hit?
He clunks the wall.
He hits the wall. Is he going to have a look down the turn 1? He's got more speed. He goes.
Oh, that was close.
That was very close indeed. But Fury is up into the podium positions as we head on up towards lap 90 of this race.
200. Let's remind everyone.
Yeah, they come
200 laps.
To start lap 90.
I've done an Indy 500 before on Gran Turismo 6, and I actually finished on the podium. And it was 200 laps on GT6. Was it GT6 or GT5? It was one of the two.
Yeah. Well, GT7's just had its new
update, but it's only cars. It's only cars.
And you can now do engine swaps.
Finally, you can buy the engine swaps instead of waiting to get them in a prize wheel. Yeah.
I've seen the animation for the engine swaps, and it does look very funny. Oh, something's gone flying off. I think that was a bit of front wing just gone flying off Dan's car.
The best animation though is when you do the wide arch kit and you got these 4 blokes just pulling the arches out of the car. Yeah, that is hilarious. It's like, wow, they must be super strong.
Or there's the one where they do the oil change, and it looks like the person doing the oil change is drinking the oil.
Oh, I remember one of them where the mechanic goes under the car and comes out the back. It's like,
Yeah.
that's not how oil changes work.
Dan, he's just not able to find that little bit where he just needs to get onto the back. But is he just sitting there quite comfortably, just saving fuel? Because let's have a look at the fuel.
Yeah, he's got less fuel.
Smokey's got less fuel at the minute. What about Peaceful Explosion? What's he up to? 6 seconds off the back of JM Grill. He's slowly catching up, and JM Grill, unfortunately, has just fallen away in this race.
It is a long race. We've got to remind chat that JM Grill is in his 70s. So,
Yeah,
I wish I'd be playing video games into my 70s, but I think they're all going to be streaming by the time we get there. And you don't actually own anything. Unfortunately.
Yeah, Peaceful is catching onto the back of JM
Oh,
Grill.
DJ Phil was DQ'd from the race. Apparently.
As he sped into the pit lane.
Yeah, but if it's on auto, it'll slow the car down itself, will not?
No.
Came in the pit lane too fast, look at text message from mum, and DQ'd from the race. Oh, that's unfortunate, Phil.
Yeah, you still have to slow yourself down in the pit lane. It just takes control once you're into the pit lane.
Oh, that camera angle as both cars. You imagine that camera angle with all the NASCARs coming around. Boom, 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 boom. Like that.
Yeah, that'd probably take the camera out of position.
I don't know if we want to do with the Daytona 500 on Project Cars 2. We could do a 14 car one on Gran Turismo 7.
We've done one before, and it was Gary. I had to pull out after about 2 laps because of surprise internet.
Oh, were you robot-y?
Yes, more than robot-y, sinking into the ground.
Fury is third and look like he's pulling away from Gary.
Yeah, he is indeed. Yeah, and during the first round of pit stops, Gary and a former racer on SimPlay, Mazda, ran out of fuel.
That's not clever. At least on if we ran it on GT7, you've got the auto dry. The car will still go to the pits, but you'll be doing about 3 miles an hour when you go into the pit lane.
Peaceful. How fast was he that last lap? Nearly a second. So he's going to be on the back of JM Grill in relatively no time at all.
Yeah.
Just see from the gaps as well that Dan's not really getting closer, but I think he's happy where he is.
He's saving fuel. He's using Smokey to pull his car along and use all the fuel. As I'm nearly out of water, so I might have to find a bottle of Coke. As my phone just is deciding to turn off this stream because it's not. I haven't actually got the stream playing. I'll just lock the chat up.
Peter, now within a second of JM Grill. Can he get that? Can he get the fifth place off the Frenchman? Or is JM Grill make him fight like mad for it?
So in this race, we've got a Cornishman, a Suffolk man, we've got a Scotsman, we got wherever Fury's from.
He's from Bath.
So he's southern as well. Peaceful's from Manchester.
Yep.
And a Frenchman.
Yeah.
But we are in an international league. We have racers from all over the world, including wonderful Empalava, who's Latvian. Is he Latvian? Yeah, he's Latvian, isn't he?
Yeah.
And Overtaker Slovakian, am I right?
Yep, I believe so. If I get that wrong, he'll crucify me.
Yeah, as you are his teammate for season 2 and a set of course of competizione.
Yep.
And we have an Ecuadorian with Louis Allen as well.
Yep.
We've got Americans with like Tibbs.
Yeah, we've...
Oh!
Smokey's gone!
Smokey spun it! Oh,
And
he's backwards!
Come on, another J. Is he going to J-turn it again?
Oh, massive,
No,
massive
you
by
know-
Smokey Devil.
You're not going to J-turn it like that. Come on, Smokey. Turn it.
Again, though, we've still got
just do-
102
you do-
laps. Has his
You're
wheel
just-
disconnected?
I wonder, because he's just rolling.
He's rolling, isn't he? He's not. I wonder if his wheel's disconnected.
And
Oh,
here
we got-
comes...
Here comes Fury and
Damn,
James
Bill's
Grill.
two place. Oh.
Oh, I wonder if Smokey's wheel's disconnected.
Yeah, I wonder as well. He's still rolling backwards. I don't know. He's not getting.
As Dan now laps him, unfortunately. Oh, what an
Damn.
end!
What?
But
What?
has it overheated? Does anyone know what wheel Smokey uses? Because if he's using a T150 or even a 300, Frostmaster 300, it's probably overheated.
I don't think.
In Discord, Smokey's just put wheels just disconnected, and angry faces. So it was a
What?
wheel failure.
What a shame for Smokey Devil. He was
And-
running
See-
so well.
And unfortunately, on this game, that means race over because you can't just unplug it and plug it back in.
Yeah.
And same with ACC. Actually, it disconnects you. But at least with ACC, you can get back into the race.
Yeah.
On Gran Turismo, it just make an AI drive the car until you reconnect.
Yeah. Really.
So same with F1.
So Dan now has a 30-second lead. he's going to be loving life at the minute. But then we said that before about
Gary.
We said that before about Gary, and now look at him. He's third.
He's
33
third, yeah. Smokey's probably trying to sort his wheel out and everything, but with his wheel disconnected, what can you do? Unfortunately, you got... Oh...
Stick it on the pad.
But has his pad turned off? Because that would disconnect the wheel as well, wouldn't it?
Yeah, well, if he's got another controller,
On at the same time.
Oh, that definitely. I thought that definitely revved them, but no, he's still stuck there.
Oh, as Fury gets so close to his car.
Yeah.
Jesus, so is Gary. His car's moved. As we go to Smokey Cam, Dan has nearly lapped the field. I've got to point that out. Dan has nearly lapped the whole field.
Yeah, Fury is now.
30 seconds behind.
Dan is now on the back straight, so yeah, Dan with total domination. We'll just go on board with Fury.
Fury now coming in the pits. As we see DJ Phil's stricken car got DQ'd. As Smokey's car's still there. Oh, that's scary. See, if this was a real Indy 500, there would have been a caution thrown, the race would be thrown under yellow flags.
Yeah.
Because right now it would be double waved yellows in reality.
Yeah,
Race over, we'll just turn off. What's good? Smokey, you were doing really well then.
Yeah, you've done yourself proud there, Smokey.
You did yourself proud there. It's unfortunate about your wheel. But your car's in a really dangerous place.
Yeah, there we go. He's just unfortunately Smokey Devil has disconnected, and it is such a shame for him because he was doing so well. He had the pace throughout this race.
He had legitimate pace. It was fantastic for Smokey.
Fury cuts the grass.
Mows the lawn a little bit. He is in a Honda, so it's all good. But it's such a. Even though he's now retired, I think Smokey's just shooing for driver of the day, don't you think?
Oh yeah, he's
for the first 90 odd laps.
He's the driver for the first half of the race.
But now we're in the second half of this race. What a race. And remember to like, comment, subscribe to the channel. we will be doing ACC, as Dan has entered the pits. We have got the 2.4 hour race, which will probably actually be 2.5 hours. I don't know how the lobby's set up online in G Portal. But
I'm not entirely sure.
no, but because I know offline you got 2 hours, and then it jumps to 3 hours
Yeah.
for offline races.
Yeah, we'll have to see how that one works. As Gary now takes over the lead of the race, as he hasn't pitted.
He hasn't.
pitted yet.
But that was such a shame by Smokey with hardware failure.
Yeah, such a shame.
There's Phil. Phil finally leaves the session.
Yep.
That or his PS5's just turned off because it's probably been a good hour. That reminds me,
Gary,
I need.
Gary straight into the wall.
That reminds me, I needed to touch a stick on my controller. If not, my pad had been turning off.
Gary straight into the wall there. Now he's into the pits.
As we're down to 5 cars, chat. 5 cars. There was only 10 signed up.
Yeah. Dan should take the lead. Take the lead back. Now Gary, he's not away yet. The cameraman's
zoning out somewhere that's not here. He's probably headed towards Daytona right now.
The cameraman's zooming out so far that you can only see a yellow
pixel.
You can only see the yellow pixel.
As Dan retakes the lead.
Yeah, Dan retakes the lead. Jam Grill up to second. Where is Furby? Furby is only now Furby might get. Well, he should get second, as he was in second in the first place. But Gary's going to have more fuel, and Gary rejoins the race back down in 4th place. Now, Peaceful, how far is Peaceful behind? Peaceful is only a lap behind, so again, it's not all lost for Peaceful.
It's not over yet. We've still got 94 laps of this race to go. We've got a hell of a long way to go. Make sure you stay tuned. Yes, there's 5 cars left, but we are playing a game that is on low support. Let's face it. It's been a hell of a ride by Project Cars 2. And if we do a 2.4 hour of Le Mans, it has to be on this game. Because if we're doing a Triple Crown, it has to really... I think even the Monaco Grand Prix needs to be on Project Cars. We have Monaco, but it's called the Azure Circuit. Because they can't...
The Formula A cars are very much a handful to drive.
Use the Formula X cars. They're probably the closest thing to modern F1 rules anyway, for Formula X cars.
JM Grill into the pits. Fury, he's now going to take second place back. What about... Where's Gary? There's Gary, the yellow submarine in the background.
There's quite a few yellow cars in this race.
Yeah.
3 of them, in fact. Well, 4 of them, DJ Phil's car was in. But that is such a... I still can't believe what happened to Smokey. It's just such a shame. You don't really... I've not really seen his wheel disconnect like that in Project Cars. Not Project Cars, ACC.
Yeah, you don't... In ACC, there's not really many that wheel disconnect in an ACC.
Yeah, but you don't really see it as much in ACC as you do in I know it's happened to Matt, hasn't it? Well, where he just goes straight on and hit a wall.
Yeah, so I think that wasn't a wheel disconnect. I think that was more his controller dying.
Yeah, but otherwise you don't really see it like you do on this, and it's just a shame that you can't just unplug it and plug it back in again and carry on like you can on Gran Turismo. Just thought I'd put that out there.
Yeah.
Yeah, Gran Turismo's the simcade in every sense of the word, but graphically it's stunning.
But yeah, you look back at season's gone on this game. We've got a train of 3 cars, which I believe is JM Brill, Peaceful, and in the middle is that Gary?
That's Gary.
It is indeed. So Peaceful is
the battle for the final podium place. No, it isn't. There's the battle lap between Gary's a lap. Ooh, that was a hip check. That was a little bit naughty by Gary. Gary, that's a paddling. Please report to the stewards office immediately for a paddling with an ironing board.
And
Peaceful's not gonna be happy either.
No, he is not going to be happy because he's now about to go a further lap extra for that. It's Dan now coming around. Yeah, it is. And JM Brill, who was right on the back of, is now halfway around the circuit.
Yeah. And Peaceful Explosion's 200th race here in SimPlay Motorsport, I believe, in the next season.
And
JM Brill's gone. As the cameraman looks to the sky.
Yeah, we've now lost JM Brill, so unfortunately we're down to
4 cars.
4 cars.
Yes, JM Brill got tired. Too tired to carry on, maybe. I don't know. Possibly. Maybe he say something in Discord.
Yeah, very, very well, possibly, or perhaps.
You remember, he's also an hour ahead of us as well. He's CET, isn't he?
He is
so
indeed,
for
11 o'clock.
Yeah, and well, one would hope he's retired at his age.
Yeah. Then again, you never know.
Then again, though, it could have the UK government where they want people working until you drop dead these days. Because they put retirement age up to 70 now, here in the UK.
Now, Dan's not had a very quick last lap.
As I fire up my Switch OLED. If anyone want to buy a Switch Lite, contact me on Discord.
Dan's backing off.
Dan is backing off.
Now Fury is not very far behind.
No. Is Dan going to make a race out of this? He is. He's backed off by 180 mark. He's only doing 180. Unless Dan's going to jump in here, because what do we do if we lose another driver? Are we going to sit in for the next 75 laps? Or 85 laps watching 3 cars go round?
Yeah, Fury is getting very close onto the back. Is Dan now going to pick up the speed?
And make a race of this. We had 9 Daz, but DJ Phil got disqualified, going in the pits too quick. Keeks retired, unless Keeks got retired for going backwards into the pit lane. Smokey's wheels disconnected, and it throws you out. Or is Dan throwing a caution? Has Dan thrown a caution? Because everyone left is in the same party.
Very, very, very well possibly. Because Gary's a long way behind you.
Three cars on here is more exciting than F1 this year. Very, very true.
3 cars on here is more exciting than any year of F1.
Well, it was an era I liked.
2014 onwards.
No, I hate that era.
Gary is now going to catch onto the back.
Yeah, I believe Dan's closing up the field. Dan, a fellow admin here in SimPlay, along with myself, and Jamie's got to be a steward in the forthcoming seasons, aren't you, Jamie? And join me in the stewards discussions. Especially, but you can't get involved in what I say for Pro-Am. Not Pro-Am, Pro.
Yep. So Gary should be getting onto the back. Now Mike, I think, has got to unlap himself.
Yeah, so I believe we're doing this to close the race back up.
Yeah.
I don't know, I could jump into the party on my tablet and see what they're up to.
Now, Fury's just dropped off the back a little. Gary is there on the back, which there's Mike in the background.
Yeah, Gary's on the back. Yeah, we have thrown a yellow flag by the look of things. Gary's taken to the pit with the apron. As Mike's got to do another lap flying to get past.
Yeah, Mike's got to come flying past as he let There he goes.
Mike that unlaps himself. So all drivers are back on the lead lap.
Yep, oh, that's contact between Gary and Fury. Yeah, just waiting for Mike to shoot round the track. He's only coming down the pit straight.
Yeah, well, it's still 2.5 miles a lap around here at Indianapolis. So it takes a while.
Yeah, it does take a while. They're round the other side of the circuit at the minute as Mike is just trying to catch up.
I'll tell you what, the Switch OLED looked really nice for screen quality.
Fury has spun it.
Fury has spun it behind the safety car! Oh, Fury!
Oh, Furby, what have you done?
For more on spinning behind the safety car, we go to Impalava. Impalava! What's it like to spin it behind the safety car in Formula 1?
Well, if you want to speak to anyone spinning behind the safety car, just speak to an Alfa Romeo driver.
Yeah, because Nausea did it as well. Look on Discord. I look later, Phil, because I'm using my phone for my chat. Hang on.
Fury's dropped it again. We'll get off Fury. This is a bit embarrassing for him.
Oh, they're doing a caution, a yellow flag P.
They're all pitting as well.
They're all pitting. They're all going to have a wee. I'm going to broadcast it on Twitch. I don't mind. But it happens. It is a long race where you're doing these on your own. Believe me, I've done it.
Yep.
I've done it before. GT5, GT6. Not done them on GT7 yet, or GT. Longest race. No, we hadn't really had long races on GT Sport. We didn't. So,
all into the pits.
All in the pits, all out. Pistol jumped Gary in the pit stop.
Gary's not going to be enjoying this, and we're all going to see them now. Just stop at the end of the pit lane because everyone's toilet.
But well, that's DJ Phil's message in chat. He said P unless they're on a pit. What's the word? Like throw a yellow flag to bring the race back to everyone, especially for Peaceful's 200th race. As we say, good evening to Fury's granddad in the YouTube chat. If you're about Tony and you just want to jump in for a chat, you can do as well.
All the cars are now back on track with about 80 laps.
We've got 80 laps to go. Everyone's on the lead lap. We don't know what happened with JM Grill, unfortunately.
Yeah,
but it's like it lagged out. Oh, Gary's in the wall as we are back to racing.
And Gary's quite a way back already. Fury's on the attack of Dan.
As we have a glitched yellow flag on the start-finish straight on the track map.
Fury straight down the inside of Dan. Peaceful in tow. Gary, he's a long way back.
Still plenty of time, 80 laps.
Yeah. There's probably going to be a Peaceful pirouette somewhere. Speaking of Peaceful, he's now trying to get onto the back of Dan.
Yep, as we're back up to racing speed. We've got one Chevy, two Chevys and two Hondas.
I thought Peaceful lost it there, but he's wide at the final corner.
Currently is a Honda 1-2 and a Chevy 3-4.
Yeah, Fury's starting to get away.
I tell you what, if the servers are still running time we get to the end of next season and we do more fun races, it's heavy impact.
Fury into the wall. Dan now wall riding.
Yep.
But he gets the lead because of Fury's massive crash into the wall. Here comes Fury to the outside, but here comes Peaceful and Gary's now going to get back into this as well. Fury right around the outside. Mike quite wide there as well.
Yeah, he's got this game has Live Track 3.0, didn't it? Where you can get rubber build up. I'm trying to remember Project Cars 2. All I've really played is single player, but on a different account.
Yeah, Dan looking.
Oh, peaceful touch of the wall.
Yeah, it goes off the back at the minute. It's just about between. Oh, pieces in the wall again.
What are you eating, Tony? Did you bring any for us? We're really hungry here in the comms box.
Gary now looking onto the back of Peaceful Explosions. That final spot on the podium.
This is still exciting, more exciting than real life F1. At least there's no one team dominating every time. But remember, Fury has a 5-second penalty probably for jumping the start. Or coming out of
no, because it was under AI control.
So that would be removed.
Yeah, that should be removed. So it is just a straight fight. But though the top two have just broken away from Peaceful and Gary, Fury comes across and then just chops the nose of Dubs.
As we say goodnight to Daz Automatic, he's off for bed for a bit before work.
Here comes Dan. He's sticking his nose down the inside. Not quite there as they come down the start. Straight. Dan's looking to the inside. Is Fury just going to send it around the outside? Dan's still looking. Oh. Fury keeps the position.
As this race matters, for this counts. This is a part of the SimPlay Triple Crown. With there will be a Le Mans 2.4 in the future, and then a Monaco Grand Prix, because that's the real Triple Crown, not winning the Driver Championship. Because that means Villeneuve's one race away from the Triple Crown, don't it?
Yeah. Here comes Dan again. And he's got the move done this time. But Fury's going to hang it around the outside. Is he going to keep it out of the woods? They go side by side towards turn 2.
You know, there's a manufacturer that has a Triple Crown. That's won all 3. McLaren. Because in the 70s they built their Indy cars. Oh, Dan!
Fury and Dan make contact, and this is going to give a chance to Peaceful and Gary. No, they're too far back. They're about 4 seconds off the back, but these two are having an almighty scrap at the minute.
Yeah, we're McLaren, because they've won with McLaren F1 in Le Mans. They've won Monaco Grand Prix with many drivers.
Many drivers.
The most being Senna. And they won with their own Indy car back in the 70s. So a manufacturer's got the Triple Crown.
Dan all over the back as Fury just runs it wide. All this contact again. Dan nearly heads towards the pit lane.
Yeah, don't go in too quick, or you get DQ'd.
Yeah, and then we'll be down
to 3.
Fury trying to hold it round the outside, but Dan cuts across him. He's still trying it round the outside. No contact. Dan has the lead. Fury, he's right up the tail box as he gets to the inside for turn 3. Goes through. Dan being the chaser once again. Down into turn 4.
This is a battle now for 3rd and 4th between Peaceful and Gary.
Yep, Gary in the slipstream, but I think Mike is just going to have enough. But here comes Gary. Is he going to have a look towards turn 1? He is. There's not quite enough room. Oh,
Gary's around! Oh, that's a heavy impact.
That's heavy. And here comes Dan once again. Unfortunately for Gary, that is pretty much curtains.
No, with 72 laps left, Jamie. Anything can happen.
Then again, these two are battling quite hard, so
you never know.
You never know. 18 seconds off the back now of The top 2 is Gary 131, Peaceful in a distant third now that Gary's made a mistake. Fury a little bit wide. On board here with an orthodox 16. You can see how close Fury's getting to the wall in the number 28 car. 3 turn 3.
Turn 4.
Dan, he's quiet, he is very close. He's just staying that slipstream. He's to stay in the slipstream.
So, food report from...
Oh!
Quick food report from chat. Tony had a bacon cheeseburger followed by a lemon meringue pie.
Very nice, Tony. And where's ours?
Yeah, where is ours?
Where is ours? He can deliver it to us.
All the way from Bristol.
Yeah. Here comes Dan. Danny in front of 10-3, but Fury's going to hang it round the outside. Keeps it there. Dan runs a little bit wide. That just gives Fury a length or two. Now Fury just had a bit of a wiggle. Is Dan? Fury goes to the left. Now here comes Dan. Fury didn't have a very good exit off the corner. Dan. To the outside. Right the way round the outside. Dan goes one way, goes the other. Pretty much near enough onto the grass, but he has that inside for 10-3, but as we've seen before, Fury will just not give up that outside line. But I think Dan he's now on the inside for turn 4. Fury's still there. Fury goes to the left. He's now going to have the inside. Fury's got the better run. Dan inside to turn 1, and Fury retakes the lead. What can Dan do about that? Peaceful has dropped 10 seconds off the back of these two.
Well, it's been about 10, he's about a second a lap slower than these two. And it's been about 10-15 laps since we had the caution period.
Yeah, Dan back down the inside. Fury just tucks in behind. He's gonna have a look for the slipstream onto the main straight.
So it's a battle of the two Hondas in the lead.
Oh, Dan's squeezing him!
Oh, that was definitely a squeeze at 200 plus miles an hour.
Yeah. Dan, look into the slipstream. They are nose to tail as they come onto the back straight. Still quite a way to go. Nearly at 3/4 distance.
Oh, nearly 3/4 distance, chat. Oh, it's hard work in his comms box as well.
As Dan down the inside of Fury.
Will Fury return the squeeze?
They're still side by side now. Fury is giving him a wide berth, giving him a fairly wide berth. Fury still round the outside. Can he hold it there? He's still holding it round the outside. At turn 2, how these two have not made contact yet is unbelievable. And
remember, if you enjoy this battle for the lead, like, comment, subscribe.
Fury still on the outside. I don't think he's been on the inside line for about 8 laps. Dan now has the move. Dan, I think he comes straight to the wall. As there goes a bit of front wing.
A bit more front wing. Apologies, I just needed to have a drink because.
Fury just loving the outside line at the minute. He must be allergic to the inside line.
What will you be? Come on, we've got 13 likes on the stream. Keep liking, share the stream. We've been live for over 2 hours now.
Fury down the outside. Dan still holding that position. Excuse me.
These two Dan's hit the wall again on the start-finish straight.
Dan's wanting to keep that inside line at all times. Fury's just wanting the outside line. Dan comes across the front of him. Fury ran the outside again. He's looking. He's not going to move Dan. Where's Dan going to go? Fury's going to go to the inside for once. Is Dan going to give him the big squeeze?
It was a bit of a squeeze, and Dan went one wide, Fury back through. Does Dan get the undercut into turn 3?
He does indeed.
They're touching into turn 4! This is fantastic close racing by these two.
This is absolutely fantastic. So, such close racing, and they've not touched each other
much.
Relatively at all. No contact. Just brilliant racing between these two as they battle for the lead of the Indy 500 on lap 137.
Yeah, apologies for now being down to 4 cars, but we've had wheel issues, disqualifications, disconnects, and there was only 9 starters because Leon Fernie never joined in, unfortunately.
Yeah, that
Fury with a very aggressive cut then.
Oh, yeah, Dan just gives him a little tap on the rear.
Oh, Dan's in the wall.
Dan's
still facing the right way.
Yeah, he just loses those crucial 10. But
thing is, though, I think we need a fuel check because Fury's got a little less than Dan.
Yeah, a little bit less than Dan. What about Peaceful?
Peaceful's about the same.
Peaceful's got less than Dan, and Gary's got less than Dan. So Dan has got the most fuel here at the minute. So Dan is probably in the hot seat.
Dan saving fuel, but in that slipstream again. It's a legit strategy.
It is a very very good strategy. Dan right on the back as he clamps the wall.
In the old this was for DW, Dallara DW, named after the late Dan Wilden. DW, what's the chassis number, Jamie? 12 in it? Is this for 12?
I think so, if you get close enough. No, it's the 16.
For DW, no, for Dan no, Dan's race number 16, isn't it? But for chassis, yeah, it might be the DW 16.
Yeah, Fury's really backed off there, so I don't know what's happened there, because Dan's all of a sudden just pulled 1.5 seconds. Fury.
Not, please no more wheel disconnects, please.
Yeah, Fury's just.
Oh, but imagine how the pace Smokey had earlier. If Smokey was wheel didn't disconnect, can you imagine Smokey still in this fight? Imagine trying to relay him to throwing a caution. Yeah, I believe if DJ Phil sent me that on Discord, he must be in the main league party again, listening in.
Yeah, there's a bit of a gap now between Dan and Fury. Gary's made a mistake, I think, because he's not behind Peaceful.
He was behind Peaceful anyway.
He was, yeah.
Mike currently on the podium on his 200th race start here at SimPlay.
Yeah, he's 8 seconds off the back of Peaceful. Peaceful is 15 seconds off the back of Fury. Now Fury is gaining on the back of Dan once again.
Fury's definitely got the pace, 70, but he's also got to remember he's got a game glitching 5-second penalty.
Yeah. Which more than likely won't be taken into an account.
No.
But Fury.
I don't know if we're going to be doing any stewarding for this race. Because there's been probably not.
Probably not, no.
Because there's been quite a bit of contact. Greetings, Guardians. Welcome to SimPlay Motorsport. I thought I'd put that in here.
Fury, right back with Dan, and let battle commence again.
It's back on like Donkey Kong.
Yeah, Fury back in the slipstream. What way is he going to go? More than likely the outside.
Oh, Fury, that's the right side line, so apologies for the yawn then as well. Been a long day.
Fury, right in the back of Dan. And there we go. He's gone to the outside. Fury right round the outside.
Dan giving him the room. Dan knows he's there. The spot will be going. Still there. Still there. He's on the outside. Still there. There's a side by side down the back straight.
Side by side down the back straight. Gary is into the pit. So Fury has got 8.2 litres of fuel. Dan,
neither bailed. Peaceful's not bailed yet.
Now Gary had 9.8, so he's coming relatively early, unless his fuel's quite
wrong. Tyres.
Unless his tyres have fully gone.
That front right takes a punishment.
That does. Yeah, that really does. However, this last kind of stint, because we're nearly.
This Gary's car look like he's porpoising on my screen.
Yeah.
It does look like he's porpoising. Oh, as Fury bails for the pits.
Fury bails for the pits indeed. Fury didn't get another penalty for that. No, he didn't. He got in plenty of time. Now, Dan is just lapped Gary. Again. By 2 laps now. But Gary should get those laps back. Peaceful up into second place. It's not even the pit stops that take that long, it's the pit lane. It's the pit lane, because you can't just cut back out, can you? Yeah. You get a penalty for that. You're pretty much in the pit lane for like half a lap. Eating it all, and delivery stop at 10, I'm afraid. That's what Tony just said in YouTube chat. About where's our food? Fury, I think he's still. You can just hit the top of his car coming down the pit. Coming down the pit lane. You can see the camera pod, can't you? Just hunting down, and he's away. He is away. So it was Peaceful now into the pits with 2.4 laps left of fuel. So he brings the car in. There's at least one more pit stop to go before the end of this race. Yeah, it's going to be more than likely it's going to be a splash and dash. Oh yeah. We've got one more full service stop and then probably a splash and dash. Depends how much fuel you save. As Dan, with 2 litres left in the car, enters pit road and in his box. Yeah, surely at this stint you want to try and run the fuel tank as dry as possible. He's not gone. He is now. You want to try full tank of 70 litres. Yeah, you want to try and run the fuel tank as low as possible. Put some more in. Fill it all the way up, and then try and get as far as feasibly possible. Even if you're going to have to lift and coast. Now Fury, you'll see him you won't see him now, but he's now coming down the pit straight. There he is. No, that's Gary. No, that's Gary. Gary coming to unlap himself again. You might see him in a sec. Definitely see Fury in a second. There he is. There's Fury in the background. Dan's away. Is Fury going to take the lead of this race? Because Dan's still in the pit box. In the pit lane, touching the grass. There's Fury. There's Fury. I think Dan's just going to have him. Is Dan up to speed enough? Dan across the grass. Dan using the Honda name literally and cutting the grass. As Fury does take the lead into turn 3 here at Indianapolis Motor Speedway in North America, in the state of Indiana. Yeah. And that battle commences again. Fury got the lead. Now Dan's got the lead back. As we go on to lap 149, we are nearly 3/4 of the way through this race.
No threat of rain to end this race early. Even though we'll probably still keep going, bolt the wets on and keep going, don't you?
Yeah. Well, if Sonny Apex was here, he'd probably put snow on.
All terrain tyres, yes.
Yeah. Oh, and Dan squeezing Fury to the wall there. Fury going for a go. Oh, Fury's just clonked the wall. He nearly went into the back of Dan there. Dan's had a bit of a wiggle on the curb. Now, what can Fury do? Down into towards turn 1 as we start at that 150 of 200.
It's been a long slog, chat. Thank you for all joining us anyway. Those who came and gone to bed now. We hope some of you are still here watching and enjoying these 4 cars pile around this very old oval in the United States of America. The oldest race of the Triple Crown in real life. We ain't got Brooklands, and Brooklands is still not active. Then that will be it.
Fury. Oh, Dan a little wide there. He's had a bit of a wiggle. Where's Fury going to go? He's going to the left. He's gone for the inside. Gone to the inside for a change. Down the inside. Fury takes the lead. Is Dan going to come back though? Fury pulls a couple of car lengths.
Or is Dan going to be clever and sit in Fury's slipstream again and save a little bit of fuel? As Jamie, as the Comms team here are yawning away, I thought, because it's been a long day.
Dan is about to look down the inside again. Fury gonna hold it round the outside. Gary 9 seconds off the back of Peaceful Explosion in the fight for third.
Round 2, as DJ Phil says in chat. Indeed.
Yeah. Now Fury's just dropped back that little bit, so he's just not close enough to attack into turn 3. Dan pulling those few car lengths, but Fury's close enough now. He's in the slipstream. He's going to have a look to get through on orthodubs, and he goes to the outside.
It is a shame when your wheel fails in this, because you just can't unplug it and start again and carry on. And not like Project Cars 2's ever going to get a pat. Oh! Dan's upside down! Oh. Dan and Fury are collided! Dan is on his side! It flicks of the onboard camera. Oh, Dan's on his wheels!
Dan is on his wheels.
What a shame! That battle has just been completely ruined!
That has been utterly ruined. And
will Fury back off so they can carry on, or will Fury go for glory?
He's backing off.
He's backing off. Fury's backing off. Because they are probably all in the same party.
More than likely. Just seeing back on the stream, Dan really took off Fury back in.
Yeah. It was nearly unorthodox airways.
Yeah, that looked a bit like...
Are they throwing another caution to bring the field back together? Because here comes Mike.
He's going to come shooting past.
Mike's saying, ha ha ha, no.
Perhaps they might put Mike and Gary to the front.
Yeah. No, Fury's gone back to racing speed now.
Yep, it's straight back.
Straight back behind Mike. Dan's probably got broken wrists after that impact. I don't know what his force feedback settings are on that wheel. No, we're throwing well, Gary's back with him. So we've got a 4-way fight again. As Mike now leads this race.
Mike now leads this race. And Fury's back down the inside.
And Fury's gone past. Dan's arms probably go after that.
More than likely.
See, we don't have that trouble using a controller, do we, Jamie? We just get sore thumbs and fingers and have to alternate between our index finger and our middle finger on the triggers.
Yeah.
Especially a long race like this.
Yeah. Diesel's now under attack from Unorthodox. I think it's just going to be between Unorthodox and Fury for the race winners. Might just he's run it wide and into the wall. Now Gary might have an opportunity if we cut back to Gary. Gary's in the wall as well.
Yeah, everyone's touched the wall. I think it's closer to say who hasn't touched the wall this race. Us, because we're in the comms box.
Yep.
We haven't touched the wall or the grass.
Gary is now back up into a podium position. Mike, unfortunately, is now off. But hopefully they can have a cracking battle like Fury and Unorthodox.
A report of Indy, the 16 cars just said it sounds like he's enjoying it, lol. As Dan and Fury resume this battle.
Dan looking down the inside, but Fury just been swinging it around the outside.
As we still got a way to go.
Peaceful's now back up into third place, so Gary has lost that first place. What about these two at the front? They're side by side, going in towards turn one.
Yeah, it's been such. Dan's around! He touched the grass, and that time that Honda did not like it. Fury's spinning in sympathy. As Peace will take the lead. Gary gets up to second.
Peace leads, Gary second, Fury's third, and Dan is now down to fourth. It's funny how it can change so quickly.
Come on, Dan, get on with it.
Funny how quickly it can change in one corner.
Yeah, this race matters. This counts to our their stats in SimPlay. It was Dan on pole, wasn't it? That was so long ago, I can't remember.
Yeah. I thought Dan got pole last week for
yeah.
That's how long ago it feels.
Yeah, I feel like I've been here for a week.
Now,
Gary and Peaceful battling for the lead. Thing is, though, will Fury and Dan catch back up to this league battle? We're still a way to go.
Yeah, nearly 40 laps to go.
We haven't mentioned about putting cheese on anything yet.
Yeah.
Isn't that what normally happens in a SimPlay endurance race? The commentary team talk about cheese.
Anything happens in it. In the commentary box. A SimPlay endurance event.
Tony's just started a party with me for some reason.
Gary, 6/10 behind Mike. Mike will be having a nosebleed at the minute.
He'll be fine. He got a podium. At the end of the ACC season, didn't he?
Yeah.
Okay.
Somebody needs to pinch Mike, because this isn't Pro-Am.
Yeah. My stream's paused. My stream's died. No, it's playing again.
Peaceful, a second behind. Fury. Oh, Dan's had another mistake.
Yep.
Dan has had another mistake, so he's now 11, going to be a long way behind the others. I wonder whether he'll purposely throw another caution on lap 198.
Tony just said wrong button, and JJ just said Marmite and cheese with an onion crisp sandwich.
Oh.
3 wide for the lead.
Yeah, Fury hit the wall big time.
I'm not keen on cheese and onion crisps. Actually, I don't like them at all. Salt and vinegar.
I don't mind. Here Here comes Fury. Down the inside of Mike. He's going to look on Gary, not quite.
Yeah, we apologise with that little broadcast freeze end. That's Twitch end, because I'm streaming to Twitch, not to YouTube, because my YouTube is set up to stream. I think
Now, Braiser's dropped right off the back. Here comes Fury for the lead of the race on Gary 131. Down the inside, Fury really takes the lead. Dan, 14 seconds behind. He really needs these three to have a major mistake.
But they really need to have a big calamity in front to draw them all back together. As I'm just clearing some notifications off my phone, because they're annoying. Some of them, like so-and-so has gone live.
Gary taken behind, but Fury last lap was a second quicker than Gary. He was quicker than Gary last lap as well.
See what Dan does, but all on his own. Dan's the only person close to Fury's pace.
Yeah, so is he going to catch Peaceful Explosion on lap 164 out of 200?
But again, we look back at what's happened earlier in this race. It's a shame about Smokey's wheel disconnect, because he had pace, genuine pace to win this race. But we don't know what happened to JM Grill, unfortunately. DJ Phil disqualified for going to the pit lane too fast. Probably the same thing that happened to Keegs. Nexus's internet died just before we got ready.
I know before anyone else, Nexus does not have my internet.
No. As Fury was, Dan's the fastest person on that lap.
Yeah, that last lap, Dan was the quickest person. About a tenth or so, 2/10 quicker than Gary, so he's just putting a small advantage. Gary just not able to get that section, and Mike is just drop him back. Dan last lap was the quickest man on track again.
The apologies for the low numbers. We've had a few tech issues with drivers.
Yeah, Dan's got 10. Dan, by the end of about lap 180, should be through and past Mike.
We're going to have pit stops within the next 10-15 laps, looking at their fuel usage.
Well, let's see. Dan, 24.7. Mike, 22.2. Gary has got a lot less.
Yeah.
14.3. Fury, 19.3. So Dan, again, is in the best position. Mike's gone off. Peaceful's gone off on the back straight.
Another peaceful pirouette, unfortunately. Oh, there's another one on stream. No, Mike, no.
We've caught a peaceful pirouette on stream. Unfortunately for Mike, he's now dropped off the podium again.
On his 200th race.
Yeah, it'd be nice for him to get a podium on his 200th race.
Mummy D think they keep swapping and changing. I think they should all cross the line together. What, backwards? In reverse?
All cross the line sideways together.
As Fury start... Fury's in the wall again a little bit.
That's Dan.
That was Dan, was it?
Yeah, I'm on board with Dan.
Joint fastest lap with Fury last time by.
Yeah. Equal last time round. Yeah, Fury is just pulling away little by little each lap, and Gary's got no real answer.
No, Dan into the pits first.
Dan into the pits first.
With 42 laps to go, will the tyres last that long?
That's surprising to me. That's surprising to me.
Is that a full tank of gas, though? Well, no, I'm sounding like more and more American while we're here.
Yeah. He's got
Peaceful listening to the Bolero, as Michael J says in chat, as Fury now pits.
Yep. I tell you what, the man who's got the lollipop has got the longest lollipop in the world.
Lollipop. Why is there like F1 tyres in the paddock? See that with the, like, the Pirelli logos on it?
Yeah. Dan is away, you can just see top of his car coming past. And here comes Mike. Yep, that is. Yep, Mike,
that's Mike.
Hurtling round turn 1. What about Gary? Is Gary going to come into the pits this time around? No, he's going to keep going.
He's going to keep pushing on.
So Gary and Mike looking quite good here, because Gary could go for another
lap.
Another, I'd say another 2.
Depends how brave he is.
Yeah. It depends how much fuel he uses on this lap.
Yes.
But it's jumped from 4.5 to 4.1 there.
3.8. So yeah, 6 close, isn't it?
Yeah, if he's got less than...
he's used about 2 litres that lap. But he is going on. He's going for it.
Yeah, he's going... Yep, he's going for 2.7. He's only got to get... Is he playing a risky game here? What about Mike? What's he going to... Mike's got a lot of fuel still.
Yeah.
But I think Mike's made a mistake somewhere.
He probably has, yeah. Have we had another peaceful pirouette? Unfortunately.
Yeah, he's 5 seconds down. He's made a mistake.
And the Wasaki wipers, and then you got the Welshie windmill.
1.4 for Gary, 1.2. He's gonna get there just in time.
He is indeed. Oh, that is so close. Very close to being out of fuel by Gary 131.
0.8. So Gary, by being a bit braver than some of the others, has
got to have the most fuel into this next stage.
Well, no, Mike's going to have the most fuel, because Mike can go for another... For
2 laps? 2 to 3 laps?
3 laps, I'd say. But he's got... And Dan is right in the slipstream.
He is indeed.
He's 15 seconds back from Fury. Gary is away. Did Gary fill right the way?
No,
that's peaceful we're on. Gary has not filled right the way up.
Interesting.
Well, there's only
27 laps left. Oh, we're getting there, chat. We are getting there.
Yep, we're edging closer towards the finish line. Gary touching the grass on the way out of the pits. There's a car coming down, which I believe is Fury.
Oh, Gary spun it! He's half spun it. He saved it. He's no, he's not saved it.
No, he's not saved it, and he's possibly ruined his chance of the win there. Here comes Mike, and
we're still looking at Gary.
Here comes Mike and Dan. Here comes Mike and Dan. They're gonna fly past Gary. Oh,
so close.
Yeah.
Car Peaceful's gone, and he's selected Dan. Oh no!
Oh, they're both dropping. And Gary's got away with that again. But the man who's going to get
everything probably is Herbie Fury.
Yeah, everything has gone his way at the moment.
Everyone's coming home, Millhouse.
Now, Peaceful is pitting.
Peaceful's in the pits.
He could have gone for an extra lap, but I think after that damage, he's probably better to. But he's possibly now going to go a lap down after that contact with Dan. Fury goes through, and he's a long way ahead of Gary.
Very long. It must be about 16 seconds.
The question is, can he get to the end on that fuel?
Or will he have to do a splash and dash? Or will the tyres last that long? That's the other question.
Yeah, if you can get to the end on the field, you've got to just try and make the tyres last.
Because that right front screams at you round here. Because you're loading it up on default setups all the time. As I did, if you looked at the beginning on my broadcast before we went live, I was doing a few laps around here. Okay, I have the assists on because I can't drive these cars at all.
Dan looks like he's on for a podium. Wait a minute, 16 seconds behind Gary131, who is 16 seconds. Gary 131 is 16 seconds behind Fury. Mike, unfortunately, is a further minute and 4 behind, as I believe he is now a lap down.
He is indeed.
He is indeed. He's a lap down to Fury and to Gary. He's 25 seconds behind on Orford, so he's not out of the podium is not out of the question yet.
No, we could. Oh,
as he clonks the wall.
As he gives the wall a touch.
Yeah.
But was it one touch too much? That is the question.
Yeah. We'll see at the end. No.
Oh, Fury slowing down. Are they bringing them back together? With about 20 odd laps to go. Yeah, it looked like Fury's bringing the pack back together.
Yep.
Yep, there's Gary.
Yep, and he is slowing down. Right into the back. Oh, Mike comes flying through.
Yeah, but Mike's a lap behind.
Gary's trying to mount Fury. And that's how baby IndyCar's born.
I thought Fury's spun it again.
That's how an IndyCar Lights car is born.
Yeah. Here we witness how a baby IndyCar is born. It's Prehistoric Planets Season 3.
Fury retakes What's happened?
What's happened to the car cameraman? Dan's still there.
Gary's behind.
This game is so good.
But Mike might catch him right in time for it.
To go green again.
To go green here, but I think Fury needs to back them up a lot more. And Gary's gone. They've well and truly mugged Fury off there. Fury has been sold a bit of a dummy there. Peaceful just onto the back, but it's Gary 131 versus an Orford. With 22 laps to go in this Indy 500. Dan looking down inside Gary 131. Down in towards turn 3. Fury in the background with Peaceful explosion. Gary's
in the wall. There goes a bit more of his Dayglow IndyCar.
Yep. Oh, and he's gone.
He's gone. Oh, he was airborne then a little bit. Oh, backwards. Stop. No, backwards to the pit lane. You get DQ'd.
To be fair, he's recovered that quite well. But look who's the top two again.
Oh, we're back to the FU racing battle.
Yep.
The two Honda-powered IndyCars. Matt would be happy that his two Hondas are the first two here.
Yeah.
He'd be absolutely thrilled.
Yep. Yep. He'll be wetting his pants in Switzerland.
Oh, those sim rigs they have for Racing Unleashed. Oh, they are some mean bits of kit. But they're made in Maranello. So they're Ferraris.
Do they come with a free Ferrari strategist?
I hope not. I want a Fricadelli one instead.
Not. Oh, we're backing. I think we're backing off again.
We're backing off again. The yellow flags are waving around the track. He's back off. They're bringing the field back together so it's put on an entertaining stream between these four drivers. As Mike thinks I could just drive off now and just... Oh, Fury's removed Dan's rear wing. Just, if you see it bouncing in the air.
Yeah. You see that go, flying. Well, I think Gary just hit the wall again. Fury's not taking any chances this time.
And he's gone.
I think.
Oh, Dan and Val! Dan and Fury have collided! What's going on? No!
And all of a sudden, the race leader is now going to be 7 seconds behind, and Peaceful Explosion now leads this race.
With 19 laps to go! He's
they're
backed it
slow-
off, he's slowing it down and bringing more back together as the caution's back out. Super caution! To quote Ovac.
It seems like last weekend that Ferrari lent their strategist to BMW.
Yeah. Oh, but I'm so happy for 2961 in Nürburgring 24. And broke German car's stranglehold on the N24 as well.
Yeah. However, R.I.P. Daisy Logan.
Oh, that Logan is destroyed, isn't it? Oh.
Yeah, it's
And it's the Manta's last race as well. It's not allowed to race next year.
No, Logan's full on dead.
Yeah, but they need that's definitely a new shell job, isn't it?
No, they can't. The engine's damaged. They can't get a new engine.
Oh, that's... Rest in peace, Dacia Logan.
Renault don't make the engine because they had a Clio engine in there. And
Gary's in the wall. As
Yeah,
we
so
talk
Gary-
about real world of motors racing. Well, I kind of had that on overnight when between Saturday and Sunday. Like, I was just went to sleep kind of with Nürburgring 24 on.
And it's Dan. The Fury again. Gary went from first to last, and they're now three. He's now 3.3 at the back of 4.
Are they going to collide again? How are we doing for fuel? It's got to be touch and cloth for got to be close on the fuel, aren't they? They're going to be clinching a bit.
Fury's better than Dan.
Peaceful's the best of everyone.
Peaceful's, I think, is fine.
Gary
Peaceful-
might be fine.
Yeah, it's going to be when we get on to about lap 190 where we see whether people are going to have to pit or not.
Indeed. But yeah, with the Dacia Logan gone, I bet it was a load of GT3 cars drivers that are glad it's gone. Which is a shame, because that's not the racing spirit, is it? Racing spirit should be you should race everything.
Apparently there is a new Dacia project coming to the Nürburgring next year.
Is it a Dacia GT3 car?
Yes.
Oh! They're touched again! Can these two stop touching each other?
Yeah, they need to. And here comes Mike again. Yeah, it's a Dacia Jogger GT3.
What's that based on? The Renault RS1? 01?
No, it's a Dacia Jogger is a family car.
Oh, it'd be a bit more like Clickenhouses then, would it?
No.
Not very Nürburgring.
No, it's built like a Renault, Scenic.
Oh yeah. The sister has a Renault Scenic. Just had 2 children. And my nephew is motorsport mad already. That's fantastic.
1.7 covering the top 4 with 15 laps to go in this Indy 500.
Who will cross the brick yard first?
Yep. And he'll drink the milk.
I hope everyone's enjoyed tonight. We've had a good giggle here in the comms box. Ferrari teammates for the last 1.5 seasons, and Prima. We've had Prima as well.
Yep.
Prema in F2s. Managed to somehow get a podium back at Spa. Don't know how. Oh wait, I do know how.
Fury's pulled a bit of a gap. Now, Gary is 3/10 off the back of Peaceful Explosion for this final spot on the podium. I think they're all going to be fine for fuel.
It might be close between Dan and... Yeah, because Dan, I think, is backed off a bit to save a bit of fuel.
Yeah.
I think it might be close to Dan and Fury.
27. Yeah, I tell you what, you might actually be right, because Fury has gone.
Because Mike's okay for fuel, because Mike is sticking with Dan, isn't he?
Yeah.
Dan's close, I reckon, to fuel.
Dan's got the least amount of fuel in the car.
Because Mike can stay behind Dan and save.
Yeah.
As I got wind again, excuse me.
Yeah, Mike's now going very wide there and dropping out of the situation, but Fury's dropped everyone.
He has. Maybe Fury's stopped thinking, oh, sod it, I'm going to run out anyway, let's just go for it, let's bolt.
And here comes Gary down the inside. Turn 3.
Oh, it's so close. No, pistols around.
Mike's gone.
Big impacts into the inside wall.
And is that his chance for a podium over? Gary's looking at second place now. On Gary, on
Dan.
North Dub.
Gary trying to take it round the outside, round the outside, round the outside. He does.
He is, and he's up to second place. Fury really has
bolted. Fury's just bolted. He's probably said, to hell with the fuel. Let's go. If I run out, I run out.
Fury is on 23 laps.
23 laps?
23 litres if he was on 23 laps of fuel, he'd be absolutely fine. 23 litres of fuel. Let's see how much...
Oh, Gary was in the wall in the background.
Dan has got that position back. Easy as you like. Let's see, Gumble with Fury and just ride with Fury. See how much fuel he uses on the lap. See whether he's going to be fine or not.
I think it's going to be really close. Really, really, really close.
It is going to be very, very close. If he's down to about 20 or so litres by the end of this lap, I reckon it's going to be close.
He must be thinking, oh, I'm watching that fuel gauge getting, biting my fingers.
Surely.
Oh, it is so close to fuel.
Dan's even closer. He's on 19 litres of fuel.
He is, and here comes Gary, and Gary's got no fuel worries, I don't think.
No fuel worries whatsoever. 25 litres of fuel. The podium might not be off for Mike yet.
Indeed, but if Fury Dan ready to make this, they might have to back off a little bit more, but with about 8 laps remaining, you can't do that.
No, they can't. No, they can't do that. 9 laps left. They need to use about 2 litres a lap, but I think they're using a bit more than that.
They are. I think is someone gonna panic and just pit for fuel, or are they gonna pile around?
Surely the better option would have been to pit for fuel if you know you're going to run out.
Yeah.
Pit for fuel. Pit for fuel now, and you can at least, like, if there's any incidents or anything, you can catch.
You can catch back up.
You don't want to pit on the last few laps.
Well, Fury carries on down to 16 litres.
What about Dan? 15. He's not going to make it on that fuel.
Oh, it's got to be so touch and go between both drivers. Gary is probably got to be okay, as is Mike. A peaceful explosion.
Gary 20 litres. So Gary, with 7 laps left, he can push. He could empty half that out.
Yeah. He could throw it up the fans.
Fury continues on. 13 litres to go.
Oh, this is so close. Oh, the cameraman can't find Dan again.
I think Dan's gone into fuel save mode because
Dan is in. Yeah, Fury's got less fuel. I think Dan's realised he can't make it without pitting. While Fury's just knows one speed, flat out.
Yeah, perhaps Dan's trying to save enough fuel to just make it onto the last lap, because Gary has bolted.
Gary's bolted. Gary's got no fuel issues at all. has he?
Oh. Well, as we've seen before, Fury has got a track record for underfueling a car. So does Dan, to be fair.
Yeah, in the Clio's season.
Yep.
And so is Kings. Kings ran out of fuel on a fixed setup car where you can't change the fuel loads. Someone's in pits. Is someone in the pits? Dan is pitted. Dan has pitted.
And Fury obviously ran out of fuel at the or underfueled at the last race of ACC.
He did, yeah.
Surely Fury's got a pit then.
Fury's got a pit. He's got a pit. He's not going to have time to catch up. He doesn't. He doesn't. And Gary's coming.
I tell you what, I think he's got enough fuel to get to lap 199.
Yeah, and then run out on the last lap.
Yeah, he'll run out on the last lap. He's got 3 laps. If he manages to make this, fair play to Fury, but I just don't think he's got enough fuel. He's trying.
He's trying.
No, at this point I'd realise now you've not got enough fuel with 4 laps.
4 laps to go. He has to. He's pitting. He's pitting.
He's realised. And Gary, with 12 litres.
Gary's looking pretty with a fierce fuel load.
He is indeed. And I think Dan is 2 laps. Dan's a lap down to Peaceful.
Yeah, you lose a lap around here.
Yeah, so is Dan going to be the one that finishes off the podium?
Who will be off as Peaceful moves up to 2nd place on his 200th race? Fury's already stopped and away. He's literally just put a splash of fuel in the car.
Yeah, it's going to be Dan off the podium.
Yeah, because Fury put a splash in. Literally, he's put a splash in.
Yeah, Dan's fueled up quite a bit.
Dan's put a fuel load in, nearly.
Well, Fury's going to be... Fury hasn't even come off. Fury's away now. Oh, I thought he'd nearly chopped it then.
As Gary has a 12-second lead here, but even Gary looked like he's backed off a bit.
Yeah, because he's got 8.8 litres of fuel. He just wants to... He doesn't want to stop, because if not...
Mike could win this.
Mike could win this. So Fury has definitely got out into 3rd place. So that should secure him a podium. But
Gary carries on. He's got no choice. He's got to commit to this strategy. It's too late to pit. Up with 2 laps to go.
I think he's got enough in him. As long as there is no mistakes. I think if he doesn't, if he do,
he is too. Peaceful's gone off somewhere because that lap time is.
Yeah, he's had a mistake somewhere. Gary coming towards the final corner to start his last lap of the Indy 500 with 5.5 litres of fuel. He's
got enough. The white flag is out. The white flag is out.
White flag is out indeed. Well, Fury, I think, is actually a lap. No, Fury is on the same lap as Mike. So, but Fury is a long way behind.
He is a long way behind.
But Gary, there's Fury in the background.
He's a lap behind.
Gary's backing off. Gary is backing off. Gary coming in towards the final turn. The final turn. Onto the home straight. Coming towards the brick road to win the SimPlay Indy 500. Gary 131 wins this. Wins the Indy 500. What a result. What a result for Gary. Peaceful explosion across the line. Second place.
And Dan a lap down in 4th.
Yeah. and we're just waiting for Fury to come round to finish the race, to finish on the podium. Comes towards the line, and it's a third place.
Oh, he crashed across the line.
It's a third place for Fury, and Peaceful has now turned French.
Yeah, Peaceful's French apparently.
And the fastest lap of the race goes to Fury.
Indeed it does. So Fury had the pace.
Yeah, but a massive well done to those 4 drivers for getting to the end.
Indeed, and congratulations to Gary.
And for putting on one hell of a show. So massive well done to those 4, as they're now all starting to join the party.
Yeah, we both saw.
I just want to say, Gary has clearly not been able to do the Indy 500 because he's just got a trophy. So he's just got the milkman. He's just won the Indy 500.
He's done it on stream in SimPlay.
Well, we ended up with 4 at the end. I want to thank everybody who was watching. I want to thank also PN and Jamie for stepping in and commentating. Probably wasn't what everyone was expecting. But yeah, well done, Gary, for winning the Indy 500, even though you're pretty sure you wasn't thinking you were going to win it.
Have we got all 4 finishers in the comms box for interviews?
No.
Yeah,
Oh,
I don't think Fury's joined.
Peaceful. Any words from you? You came
he's
second.
gone to get something to eat.
that was fun to say. Especially every time, I don't know if you noticed it, but every time Gary came up behind someone, he hit the wall. It took him 190 laps to pass someone without hitting a wall.
The daft thing was that I suggested we do cautions when Smokey's wheel dropped out. So it was like, oh, let's go with the cautions. Let's make it interesting for the stream. And I ended up last. So good old miss. Yeah, well, I was miles behind, thinking I could be sneaky on fuel, and it didn't work. So, oh well. Again, I want to say thank you to me, Yuri, Gary, and Peaceful for finishing the Indy 500. A reminder to everybody out there who is watching and listening still. Gary, you need to sort your mic out in a minute. If you are watching and you want to be a part of the Triple Crown, Gary is one step closer to winning the Triple Crown. Reminder, you have to win all 3. We will be doing... should Gary be drinking some milk? He should be, but...
He should.
But reminder as well to the other guys, every off-season we will be running a Triple Crown event. Obviously, this time around it was the Indy 500. I'm not sure what we're going to do next. It'll probably be something like a 2.4 or something like that. Not a full-blown 24 hours, because that's just...
That's murder.
What daft channel would run 24-hour races? It's just...
No,
I've done them, but I was younger.
And also the Monaco Grand Prix, we will be revisiting Indy 500 again in the future, but obviously it will be the Monaco or an endurance race next to win. But Gary's one step closer. He's won the Indy 500. I believe Keegs has won the 2.4 of Le Mans, so he's won that one. And Tim is the only one to win. Tim and Green Pies, I think, are the only one to win Monaco. So, it's still all up for grabs. The first person to do it will be crowned Triple Crown champion. Gary, you just got to make sure you keep your front wings at Monaco. But again, a massive thanks to PN. Make sure you guys keep an eye on the events coming up. We've got the GT3s versus GT4s coming up very shortly at Spa. To 2.4 that one, I think.
That's 2.4 if we could set it.
Yeah, it's a bit of fun. So keep an eye on for that stream. There are now, I think, sign-ups will be going up for that one as well if you want to get involved. And obviously, we've got our new ACC season around the corner, and I believe also F2 sign-ups will be up very, very shortly as well. So you can get involved in that. So head over to our Facebook page, Discord page. Head over to SimGrid to get involved. And once again, thank you to the boys for commentating on that. Probably wasn't the most entertaining stream, but
we had cheese on it.
right. Well, I'm hopefully that we can get more people in for the next Indy 500. So please, guys, get involved. Hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and we shall see you all in a week's time for the 2.4 of Spa. Good night.
Good night, everybody. Cheers all for watching. See you next week.
Freedom, I never had the chance to run. Leave behind the said and done.
Well, for my end and my stream, cheers all for people